on a Tuesday. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh. Carey Davis sporting his Cardinals glasses already. If we can get a sounder going, I would appreciate it.
Really early for that, Carey.
I mean, hey, we got to get the bats going early, right? Huh? How early do you want to get them going?
Well, first inning would be great.
Nice last night.
Time is patience is a thing. You got to have that. You got to be careful. You got to wait.
Here.
Wow. Just understand that it's coming around. Don't worry about the fact that Tyler O'Neill is leading the majors in OPS and home runs.
Another home run in the first inning.
Don't worry about that. He's doing a great job.
Tyler who?
He's
Six
good
now,
to have him here.
Yeah.
He's not.
Come on now.
But on the other side, on the flip side, Cardinals, huh? Yeah.
Good rally.
Yeah.
Good rally.
Damn good rally. Mason win. Huh?
That's where we're at?
Yeah.
Good rally?
Well, it was.
Guys.
Had the rally hats on.
Okay, guys.
Yep.
Short-lived, but it was a good rally.
It was a ninth inning battle. They came back.
Some would call it a miracle.
Some would. I may.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently you are wearing those glasses.
Hey, you got to take the good. You got to pick out the good pieces.
Yeah,
Miles Michaelis pitched well.
Already?
There you go, Miles Michaelis.
I got an interesting one here that I found. Oh, I didn't bring my phone in with me, so that's going to stink.
Jamie always has something,
He leaves something every time.
missing.
All right, I'm going to take those.
You
off.
actually left your headphones on your keyboard last night. I grabbed them for you. Put them on your desk.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
Did I leave my mic muff in
You
here
did.
too?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't know if it was yours or not.
Truth here. I came in a little hot today to the station.
Angry.
Well, not at first.
Okay.
In a great mood. And then I proceeded over to my desk and saw my headphones were thrown on my keyboard. Mm-hmm. And I take my headphones and I wrap them into a ball and I put them inside the mic muff so that I keep it all together. Mm-hmm. I thought somebody came into my desk, used my mic muff, and just threw my headphones there. I mean, I came hot stepping down the hallway.
Really?
I walked into PK for. I'm like, "Is that my muff?" They're like, "There's one right here." I'm like, "I'll take it." I'm like, I was like hot.
That's awesome.
Even Jackson's like, "Ooh." I'm like, "Yeah, don't touch my friggin' things." I say, "We have an office. I don't have a damn door on my office. Don't touch my things."
So what really happened was I was walking past.
Yeah, apparently.
Because you had left a segment early because you were trying to get to McKinnon's soccer game. How'd you do, by the way?
Victory last night.
Yes. Excellent.
Yeah,
All right.
5-0.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations to McKinnon. So I saw him like, oh, Jamie left his headphones here. And I actually didn't remember if you took your mic. Like, I leave my mic muff here.
I don't.
Or else I'll forget it.
People use it.
I don't
and they
either.
make out with it and stuff.
Well,
no
okay.
thanks.
Either way, I saw the headphones.
Just kiss me.
That's true. Just ask.
Just ask.
So I saw the headphones, and I put them right next to your desk, but I'm like, you know what? I want to make sure he sees these, so I put them on your keyboard.
I appreciate it.
Did you know that ran him extremely hot?
The temperature got up there, so much so if you go to the office right now, the fan is still on. I've got that one fan right next to me. Temperature was up there, Anthony.
Okay. So the
apologize to everybody involved today.
That's funny. So the Cardinals dropped the series opener to the Phillies 5-3 last night. The offense stagnant again until the later innings. The seventh inning provided a run when Ivan Herrera homered to make it 2-1.
He's the only guy that homers on this team.
He should play every day, huh?
He should play every day. Yeah. Ivan Herrera homers, and then Mason Wynn comes up with a huge hit following a Walker sacrifice fly to make it 3-2 in the bottom of the ninth, so Wynn singles. But overall, 3 runs. You now have Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola. Spencer Turnbull has got some talent, obviously. He's former Tigers pitcher. Looked like an ace last night.
My gosh.
But you're going to face now the Phillies' 2 best pitchers. Here's Ollie Marmol last night. Talking about his offense. Or lack thereof.
It's kind of been the case early this season. Our offense hasn't clicked the way we want it to. We're aware of it. And it's a matter of time before those guys get going.
So if that may have sounded familiar to you at all.
That was Ollie.
Yeah, that was Ollie. Thank you, Jamie. If that sounded familiar to you at all, it may be because this was exactly a year ago today.
Yeah, we had our shot. Left a decent amount of guys on today. We got some really good hitters, and we play this over time. We're going to be just fine there. These guys have a really good approach. They know what they're doing. They take good at-bats today. We had a chance. Didn't come through, but we had opportunities for sure.
Okay.
When Marsh played
you used to say, rinse and repeat.
Copy and paste. Who found that audio?
It was Marshy.
Marsh. When he played it for me earlier, I thought it was Ollie talking to two different reporters.
Yeah.
Like saying the same thing. And he said, he said that was April 9th. I said, okay. 2023.
Right.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was an April 9th game last year.
Yes.
The previous audio from last night obviously was April 8th, but I mean, come on,
2024.
we're damn near
It's
saying
1 year.
1 year.
It's really 360.
I don't. By the way, I don't blame Ollie for this because it's the same group of hitters almost, outside of Ivan Herrera and Mason Wynn, who are the only ones right now that are doing anything. I know that Nolan Gorman had 2 home runs a couple of days ago.
He went 0 for 5 yesterday.
0 for 5 yesterday. Nolan Arenado, chance to be a hero last night. No, sir. He struck out for the 3rd time. He has 1 hit and 5 ABs last night. These are the guys that you're paying a ton of money to. Paul Goldschmidt, 1 for 5, 2 Ks. He's now hitting a whopping 200. When the middle of your lineup is hitting 200, 195, and I don't know how Nolan Arenado's hitting 261, I'll be honest.
He's had like a 7 or 8.
He gets one hit every game.
He gets 1 hit a game.
1 hit a game.
He's
early
turned
in the
into
game.
Brendan Donovan, though. That's the problem. He has no home run threat in him.
He's had like he's at like I think a 6 or 7 game hit streak.
Might be more than that, actually.
Yeah, might be 8 or 9.
So
1, 2, 3, 4.
So somebody will bring that up.
he
Like,
gets on base.
he's
9 games.
He's doing
9-game
well.
hit
He's
streak.
got a 9-game hit streak. If you look at the most impactful bats, my man's either striking out or hitting into a double play. Am I wrong?
Impactful bat. There was, what was it yesterday? Guy on 3rd. Arenado's up and he struck out.
Yeah,
The bottom of the 10th.
Bottom of the 10th.
Yeah, that's it.
Finally bet.
Opportunity to.
Couldn't remember. Bottom of the 10th?
You're still hot from the mic. I get it. The earphones. But yeah, bottom of the 10th, he has an opportunity to tie this thing, and he doesn't. Look, I get it. Baseball's hard. I'm not just saying every single time Arenado comes to the dish or Paul Goldschmidt comes to the dish, it better be a home run. I get it. But if you're trying to get your offense going, and Ivan Herrera and Jordan Walker and Mason Wynn are coming up with the clutchest hits, you got to do something. You got to get the bat off your shoulders, swing a good pitch. I know the 1 was outside. Okay, I'll give the 1 strikeout back to him. That was 1.
Yeah, that's going to happen, though.
Right.
It is what it is.
Last night I was watching the game and I looked at my roommate and I was like, I honestly think the best thing that could happen right now is for him to walk, to get Herrera up to the plate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine saying that. Things I never thought I'd say.
Wasn't on my bingo card.
It's frustrating. Offense looks frustrating. There's if you want to, piece together some of the positive stuff. Again, Miles Michaelis, 6 2/3, gave up. He scattered the 6 hits, gave up 2 runs, had the 3 Ks, 2 walks. He kept you in the game.
Yeah.
That's all the starter needs to do. He got into the 7th inning last night in a 2-0 game. Great. Give up 2 runs in 6 2/3. Everybody's going to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Get into the 7th inning consistently. You're going to save your pen, especially when Sonny Gray's on a pitch count tonight.
They did a
I'm
great
good
job.
with it.
By the way,
He did a really good job.
Who's going in after Sonny Gray? Because the guy I thought would be piggybacking got used last night. Now, he didn't pitch very much.
Who's that, Libertor?
Yeah, because you need a guy that could possibly go in there for 2-3 innings.
Maybe Zach
Yeah.
Thompson. Since he's not your.
True.
Yeah, Zach Thompson is probably an opportunity.
Yeah, but do you do? I guess so. Is this?
He's no longer.
would be
He's no
his
longer
scheduled start?
Yes.
All right, well,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That makes sense.
All right, Ollie, I'm sorry. I take it back.
So that does make sense. Now, Zach Thompson didn't pitch well in this 2 outings, but maybe he'll.
There's a lot of
wind up
guys
giving
not
you
performing
something.
well right now. I mean, we talk about Jordan Walker, who you say looks uncomfortable in the box. Nolan Gorman is swinging and missing a lot. Your best players have to perform well, and right now you're in a position. We saw it a couple of games ago, where if you have Contreras and Herrera in the game at the same time, if somebody gets injured, you're going to lose your DH spot.
Yeah.
So you essentially don't really want both of those guys to play at the same time.
You need them both to play.
But you need them both to play at the same time.
Brendan Donovan's caught before.
Yeah,
in the
but
bullpen.
you don't like.
Can't be that hard.
It can't be. I mean, everybody they do it
I
every
can catch a
game.
baseball.
Tell him, Wash. It's extremely hard.
Can't be that hard.
It's not that hard to play first base. It's extremely hard.
Yeah, what are we doing? Yes,
Doesn't it always seem that way, though, Carey? Like, hey, I know we only focus on the Cardinals, but what you just said, isn't it this way with the Cardinals? Like, well, you got 2 guys that are smoking a baseball. Can't have them in the lineup at the same time because it's a disadvantage. Like, I feel like this is always something with the Cardinals.
I don't know
There's
how
always
you...
a yeah, but.
There's always a yeah, but.
That's tough.
Frustrating team.
It is, Anthony.
All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN 213. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Tonight, Game 2 between the Cardinals and the Phillies. Zach Wheeler versus Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray making his St. Louis debut. What's the pitch count, Marshy? 65? We're told?
roughly
65
is what I saw.
So 2 innings.
So, Bob, 2 innings maybe if he doesn't pitch well.
2 innings.
Gary,
If he doesn't pitch well.
He's trying to do the math quickly in his head.
2 innings.
It's a lot of pitches for 2 innings.
A whole lot of pitches.
ILL just came leaking out there.
Yeah, it did. If you're a fan of sports, and if you really appreciate the way a program or a team is built, I don't know how you could watch the run that we just saw in the NCAA championship and not have great appreciation for UConn and Dan Hurley. We'll get into that conversation next on 101 ESPN.
If you are currently trying to save money on your car or your home insurance, please call Tracy Bibb and the Bibb Agency. Look, Tracy Bibb does an incredible job of taking care of her customers. That I can tell you firsthand. I've been with Tracy now for about 5 years, and I never really realized how important a good insurance agent was until I met Tracy and realized just how bad the other insurance agent was that I was currently using at the time. It's not a 1-800 number. You get somebody that knows you, that gets to understand you, your family, and make sure that you're covered properly. And that's the main thing, is being covered properly, because it's not if something happens, it's when it happens. And at that point, that's when you really need your insurance agent to step up and help you. And that's Tracy Bibb and everybody over at the Bibb Agency. And all you have to do is give them a call for a free non-committal quote. That number is 314-328-4260. Again, that number, 314-328-4260. It's no fib. You're in good hands with Tracy Bibb.
to defend their title. The number 1 overall seed, Connecticut, will try to become the first program to repeat.
So that was the best. Kevin Harlan on the call last night as UConn knocks off Purdue. No huge surprise. UConn ran through the tournament, winning by double digits every time, covering the spread on in every matchup. I don't think I've seen that. I'm sure it's happened, but I don't think I've seen that before, where even the team that was supposed to win does it in that manner. Carey, you had remarked before this. I know you're rooting for Purdue, but when we got close to doing bet the board,
yeah, I wouldn't pick Purdue.
You did not. You were like, no, I'll bypass.
Yeah, I wouldn't. When you watch this team and watch them again, double-digit wins, as you said, beating the point spread every single time, just a fantastic team. And they beat you in a multitude of ways. Like, they can beat you on the outside, they can beat you on the inside, and they play defense.
Yes.
And that's probably the most key, the most important component to that is their ability to play defense. Last night, you talked about it. Zach Edey, how many points you want? Yeah, go get 50 if you feel like
Nobody else is getting anything.
You're going to get half of the points of the team, and nobody else is going to score because we're going to make sure that everything else, we know you're going to get yours. And he got 37 points. He did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
But I just have not watched a team. It felt uncomfortable to a degree. I haven't watched a team. We talk about, parity in the league. That felt like there was no parity. Like, they were head and shoulders above every single team that they played, and they showed it all tournament long.
No, I'm not taking anything away from guys like Lawyer or Jones or Hyde, who had probably the highlight reel of the game where he put the one back in and slammed it. That was the only moment of the game where I'm like, oh,
got out of my seat.
No offense to anybody else, but Purdue was Zach Edey, long pause, Braden Smith. That was it, and that's the way they got to the tournament. Get down low to Edey. If not, you can kick it out. I know Lawyer did a nice job with threes, and Braden Smith facilitated the offense. But really, everything ran in and out of Zach Edey from in the paint standpoint. UConn's a complete team, and I think that's where Jamie, you talk about the Blues and how you build a hockey team. We've talked about how you build a baseball team, how you build a football team. In today's climate, with NIL, Nick Saban retired in part because he did not want to deal with the current climate in college sports. And Dan Hurley has built 2 national champions. He did so in different ways. Mm-hmm. He's going to have to really do it again if he wants to three-peat, and he's staying at UConn, he says, because you're going to lose 4, if not 5 starters or 4 or 5 key players. So he's going to have to rebuild this thing. But what you just said about the way UConn can beat you, they play defense, some of the in-cutting that they did, the passing, total basketball. 3-pointer open, great, take it. If not, we can work it around. It was fun to watch UConn the last 2 years, and I'm impressed with the way Dan Hurley has built his program here. He knows what type of athlete he's looking for, and I have a great appreciation for the way he's done it.
So when you watch UConn last night and you talk about different ways to beat you, first of all, let's address the number one thing. They had a bigger point winning margin this year than they did last year as a team. So they beat teams by more points this year than they did last year in a repeat effort, which is crazy. But then you talk about Edey and how he was just a machine for Purdue, which he was. But then you watch UConn, they literally attacked him on offense. Little give and goes for, like, when they were starting to pull away in the second half. It was pull him out, quick give and go, run past him, get the alley-oop, boom. So they were literally using the big man as a soft spot.
Mm-hmm. It was smart because he didn't want to get into foul trouble. If he was going to get more aggressive,
he wasn't quick enough to cover the ground.
He wasn't, but there was a couple of times where you could tell he wasn't playing great defense because he would almost wait and try to smack the ball out.
Should just clothesline somebody.
He's all they have. He couldn't have gotten in foul trouble. The entire tournament.
I'm just reliving the game a few
Oh, okay.
Because that was our plan against UConn. Clearly, Klingon is a little bit better defensively and was unable to get him in foul trouble. And so, Illinois was unable to win. But that's what they attack you in whatever way they need to. I'm talking about UConn. They did a fantastic job last night. It felt like every shot that went up, you felt like it was going to go in. Purdue needed to get a stop. There were a couple of times where you're down by maybe 7 or 8. If you get a stop, you potentially can put yourself in a position to get back into this game. And every time UConn will come down, they'll shoot a 3, it's going in. And now they're back up to 11, double digits. And you're like, they're never going to get back into this game at any point because UConn is not missing, and they're playing extremely well on defense. Zach Edey got 37 points. They only scored 60. You essentially said, hey, big fella, we know you're the player of the year. Go ahead. Do what you need to do. None of you other people are going to be able to score.
Right.
And that's what we're going to do.
Yep.
And they executed that game plan to a T, and they did it all tournament long. It was probably, and I hate to say this, it was probably the most boring tournament because you've been saying, and I fought against it for as much as I could.
But only because you were rooting for Illinois.
Because I was rooting for Illinois.
That was it. You made it clear.
I was rooting, exactly.
Now that we're putting the weapons down,
I was rooting. I had to.
Yeah.
But
He's blinded by that.
When I saw that second half, 30-0, I said, oh, this team might not lose again.
Carey's like, I don't know. I don't think I own one of these. Where's my white flag? I'm just going to wave this thing.
30-0. You just knew that UConn was the better team in every single game that they played in all tournament long. And last night was the final, final notch that they had to take care of to get the championship.
So Marsh made a comment, too, similar to what you did. You thought the tournament was boring. I didn't think it was boring.
There was only a few games where I actually was like, ooh, I really want to watch this game for its entirety.
Yeah.
I think that included some of the, it was the first round.
Weekend, the first round.
Typically, the first round is the most exciting because you got all that build up, and then it tips off on that Thursday morning and your afternoon.
When you're looking for the big underdog.
The tournament seemed too predictable.
Really?
I agree.
When the same team wins again, it's kind of predictable.
Yeah, true.
I just did this last year. Yeah, I'm right back.
I just go back to, even the Final Four. Alabama limped into the tournament. They didn't play defense. They made it to the Final Four. NC State, nobody had NC State making a run. They made it to the Final Four. If you go back even further, you go back to the Sweet 16. That was the round I said, there's not a bad matchup in here. You got... was it the Sweet 16? Yeah, it was the Sweet 16. You looked at every match and be like, yeah, I'm interested. Like Duke Houston was one of the matchups. I forget the other ones. I won't go through it, but
okay. How about this? How about the Final Four was boring? Because the point margins were ridiculously.
Sure, I'll give you that.
It was just lopsided.
Yeah.
You knew it wasn't fun.
You knew going to the Final Four, you essentially knew that the 2 number 1 seeds should most likely make it to the championship game. Like, you didn't really believe, as much as people were fascinated with DJ Burns and what NC State did in Alabama.
That.
You just knew.
You knew that carriage was turning back into a pumpkin.
On, man. Yeah. Like, you knew it was going to end because they were facing 2 really good teams. And UConn, for me, as much as I hated to say it, especially when they beat my Illini, you just knew that they were the team that was going to continue to go on that way and win the championship.
Well, either way, congratulations to UConn.
And you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Anthony, well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations next year.
Hey,
congratulations
you
next
really
year.
put yourself out on a limb with this one.
I did, yeah.
You got a Super Bowl. You got an NCAA championship. Your San Jose Sharks are undefeated versus the Blues. You just did It's been a good year for you, man.
On a roll.
Right.
On his birthday.
You massaged on my birthday. You massaged that one pretty well there with the Sharks. Not a fan still, but you still, Carey. I'll give you that. All right, it's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
You're a Cardinals fan, though, right?
My Braves look pretty good.
Oh, damn it.
Here you go.
Lost last night, Couldn't protect that 4-1 lead to the Mets, but that's all right.
That's
that
the
happens.
worst lead in baseball.
It's the worst lead in baseball. That's right. What's trending is next in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Auto Centers is thrilled to tell you that their Fresh Start program has just started, and it runs now through the end of April. It is specifically designed to make upgrading into a new car easier and more affordable. Take advantage of the incentives that Auto Centers Nissan has on brand new Nissans. 0% APR, no payments terms, all the way up to 84 months. Up to $5,000 off MSRP. And another option, no down payment needed and 3 months of no payments. Give your wallet a break. Save that tax money that you're going to be getting here soon. As always, all new Nissans come with our exclusive lifetime warranty and that 30-day return promise. Auto Centers Nissan, they're so confident that you're going to love the vehicle, love the experience, that they're going to give you 30 days to bring the vehicle back for whatever reason, and they'll refund your money if you're not completely satisfied. And they don't just sell cars, they create unforgettable experiences, one happy customer at a time. Their dealership boasts over 700 vehicles, all in one location as a convenience to you. You don't have to go around, going to different dealerships expecting that your car is going to be there, and then all of a sudden it's not because it's at the north location, the south. No, all one spot out in Herculaneum, and it is the ultimate car buying destination. AutoCentersNissan.com. You can start there, peruse their vehicles, then when you head in, tell them Stalter sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan, Herculaneum.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals fall to the Phillies last night in extra innings, 5-3 the final score. The Cards did manage to tie the game in the ninth inning to send it to the 10th, but they end up losing game 1 of this series against Philly. Sonny Gray will be on the mound tonight going up against Zach Wheeler. First pitch is at 6:45. We just got done talking about the men's national championship as UConn defeated Purdue 75-60. They are back-to-back champions, the first team to do so since Florida in 2006-2007. We have What's Trending coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff. Find your roads and shop 24/7 at londoff.com and londoffAutoplex.com. Are you kidding me?
It's time to find out what's going on in the sports world with What's Trending Now. Brought to you by Goodwill. Donate a car and get tickets to the St. Louis Cardinals.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here at 101 ESPN. Sorry, Marcy, I gave the hand signals and everything.
He was looking down. In defense of him, he was turning on our
Yeah,
mics.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Either way, what's trending? This just in.
Yes.
Our guy Anthony coaches flag football. How old are the kids, Anthony?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Yeah.
And
Bright young men.
5 years old.
6 years old, yeah. Yeah, we got one
6.
5-year-old, William.
you got
Stud, center.
Will I am?
any international signings? Any kids from? I can see
We
you.
brought in a kid from a different school.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that the kid with the beard?
I got no comment on that.
What's his name? Adam Banks?
I got no comment on that.
Well, either way.
You guys going to ask me about the upcoming Sunday? Or
Hang
what?
on, Anthony. One, I want to give an update. Your flag football team's called the Falcons.
Yeah.
Which I can't believe they're winning being called that. But either way, they're called the Falcons.
We're creating a new culture.
And Carey, they're in first place.
Yeah.
And with a
2-0.
20-point
Differential.
differential.
Yeah, we focus on defense, but it's really our calling card. We want to play lockdown defense. I'm proud of the boys here. We gave up the fewest amount of points in week 1.
Is Anthony Stalter proving that you can still build a sustainable winner in the current NIL climate of youth sports?
I appreciate you asking me that, Marsh.
Are you
it's way
using
too early
NIL
to tell.
money already?
Let's move it on. What else is trending?
Coach Kilmer.
Who's your source?
Hey, all jokes aside, congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep going,
To the
brother.
kids.
The kids are awesome. It's all the kids.
Wait, hold on,
got
Johnny.
nothing to do with
You
me.
weren't here the day he showed me. He had all the plays. He got an
Carey,
awesome
if you
app.
don't think he's shown me some plays.
He pulled up the app. He's like, "What do you think about this?" I'm like, "That's pretty good."
He's like, "Hey, I found an app where you can
asked him,
design
I said,
plays."
Can the kids catch? He's like, "Yeah, we got one."
That's all you need.
And he caught
Run the ball, man.
a touchdown, couple of extra
Pittsburgh
points.
Steelers football. Run the ball, play defense. You win championships.
That's right, absolutely.
That's all you gotta do.
Anthony, I'm happy for you. I know you're having
Thank
a great
you.
time. I know your little guy, Killian's having a blast.
absolutely.
And he's an animal out there.
The kids are awesome. The parents are incredible. I got so much help from assistant coaches. Mark
Doing a great job.
doing a great job. Yep.
I love it. Good stuff.
Mark,
Keep
John. Yeah, we're gonna.
We have to come out there. You got to tell us
We're
a
gonna
date.
build.
I'm gonna come. I want to come watch.
You guys should.
I'm
yeah,
come watch.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be fun. They'll get a kick out of that. All right, Marsh, go ahead.
He'll never invite us, Carey.
Yes, I will. Absolutely. No, I absolutely will.
I've heard this before.
No,
I've heard this before.
They would
How long
get
have we been together,
a
Anthony?
huge kick out of
Never
it.
invited me.
Never.
Never.
This is my first time.
I mean, there might be a reason. Still.
All right, now that your coach is done talking, boys, gather around. Uncle Jamie's going to tell you about life. As I walk around with a waiver to the parents here, sign this. I don't know what he's going to say.
don't
Is
know what
Jamie
he's gonna say.
the guy in Waterboy who
Yeah.
Kids like, what did he just say?
What did he say? Don't worry about it. Just tuck the information to the side.
It'll be valuable.
You'll use it at some
later in
point.
life.
Yep.
You'll revisit.
All right.
Do you guys want the positive news or do you want the slightly negative news?
Let's go negative first. Let's get the junk out of the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get that hanging curveball right out of the way.
Oh, boy.
all
Brandon
right.
Marsh certainly did last night.
Boy, did he ever. Sorry, Marcy.
Must run in the family.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from Jeff Jones, and we were talking about yesterday We were talking about this yesterday, how the numbers were down for opening day in terms of viewership on TV. Jeff Jones tweeted out that the Cardinals say 32,621 is the paid attendance tonight. That would have been the third smallest crowd at Busch all of last season, just 133 people more than the smallest. Is this a concern? Are you throwing it out because there was the moon decided to cross paths in front of the sun and a lot of people wanted to see it, so maybe they didn't want to see the Cardinals play? Like, what do you think it was?
Yeah, interesting point about that, Marsh. If this was a one-off, I might give that to you. But the Phillies, I think, also dealt with the same thing, right?
Well, I was going to say that the eclipse happened around 2 o'clock because we were actually in the studio.
Yeah.
Game started about 6:45.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, I'm talking about the fans, like, showing up. You know?
But I mean, the eclipse was
the
I'm talking about the
fans.
On product on the field.
Fans
Talking
not
about
showing up. Well, what Carey just said still applies. Yeah.
This is still what's trending, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, do you remember the eclipse video I showed you guys yesterday?
Yeah, that was on a news station.
There's a Mexican news station
saw that.
rolled that video out.
Are you serious?
So for our listeners,
That could get a bit hairy.
yep, probably needs a little maintenance. Green Envy, give him a call.
Oh, man.
There's a bright light, or the sunshine, in this particular video that my brother sent me, of all people. And it has an eclipse, but as we'll call it the moons, as they drop down to cover up the sunshine, you realize quickly that that's male genitalia.
Oh, I thought they were solar flares.
Those are testicles that are.
We've been had.
But that's fine because I was showing you guys yesterday. It was fun. It's yuck, yuck, yuck. The Mexican news station.
Yeah, not great.
They played it live on the air, and you can clearly tell that's not the moon. That's not making the eclipse.
That's why no one's watching the games.
Yeah. So, anyways, as you guys were, I just thought you'd find that entertaining.
As soon as you said, Sean sent me this, I knew we were in for something similar. Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious. Does anybody look at the video before they put it? Like, I know, like with Bally
You would
Sports,
think so.
They watch the video. They make sure if there's something, like if there's a sign in the background that says something they shouldn't, they don't air it. If there's somebody flipping the bird and they catch it, they don't air it. Like, it's very.
Yeah.
Imagine a news station just roll with that one.
Well,
that must be the one.
I'm picturing the director, the program director, going, "Oh no, cut it, cut it, cut the film."
Can you imagine? No, I would die if I was on the desk reporting. I'd be like, "Wow, yeah, that is
not what I expected."
That is a version of an eclipse.
Yeah, not the one you're looking for though.
No.
All right, so Marsh, nobody's showing up to Cardinals games. Go ahead.
No, just, I feel like it's kind of an issue.
Yeah. Well, I don't think.
What are your thoughts?
I don't think that the eclipse had anything to do with it.
I don't think
I'm just trying to give people the benefit of the doubt.
That was at 2 o'clock.
You know what I think it was? The crap season followed by the inactivity in the offseason. Or not the inactivity, I'm sorry. They did sign Sonny Gray and Lance Lynn and Kyle Gibson. It's
Watch
not like
yourself.
they didn't do
Could get an email
It's
soon.
not like they didn't do anything. But I think fans are like, you know what? I know how this movie's going to end. I've seen this before.
Now, one thing yesterday, guys.
I'll wait till the prices drop.
But one thing yesterday that was well reported was the traffic. For whatever reason, yesterday, traffic on 55 and whatnot.
Because of the eclipse.
Yeah, I know. But so some people had a hard time getting down to the game, I guess. I'm reading some of the people were texting saying that, there was tons of traffic.
Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't trying to get to the game, Anthony. I was here working alongside great individuals like yourself.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome,
Catch
Carey.
your money a little bit later.
And Anthony.
Thank you.
Anyways,
appreciate that.
You guys want the positive stuff that I know?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Baby.
Hit us with that positive.
Okay,
now.
so this is from Cardinal Stats and Facts. Highest batting average among Major League Baseball rookies. Minimum 25 plate appearances. Your number one is Mason Wynn, 333.
Yes.
Jackson Merrill is second, and Ivan Herrera is third, batting 304.
Guy needs to play every day.
Put them at the top.
He's a pretty damn good player, I'll tell you that much.
Excellent.
First and second.
He needs a little work behind the dish, but I like everything else.
I hope they play.
He's young.
I hope they roll with it. I know you could. I know you could wind up getting
be in a
injured
bad
and the
situation. Somebody
We did it
gets
a lot
hit. They
last
got
year.
hit.
Who are two of your better hitters right now? Two of your
Those
top
are
nine.
two.
So wait, it only
Contreras and
matters if the
Herrera.
catcher gets hurt.
Correct.
Because if Herrera gets hurt as the DH, you don't lose your
Correct.
DH.
That happened last week with Contreras.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right.
If it happens where you are the catcher and you get hurt, I mean,
So
and
can Herrera or can Contreras not go from DH? Why can't
Yes.
you to catcher?
Yes,
But
you
you
lose
lose
the
the
DH.
DH.
Why would you lose your DH?
Because it's
He
just
started
it's a
the game
rule.
as a
It's-
DH.
Yeah, he started as a DH.
Yeah, but
you
throughout the
declared him as a
lineup,
DH.
You can change your DH at any point. Why don't you lose your DH every time you pinch hit for him?
I think you lose.
if you put him
you don't
as
lose
a
a DH.
position player, right? If you take him from DH to make him a position player,
Okay, that's
then
when you lose a DH.
I would assume yes.
I'm just
You definitely lose as soon as he enters the field. That's you lose the DH.
Right.
I don't know if you replace.
If he's a pinch hitter,
If he's a
somebody
pinch
pinch
hitter.
you
hits
see
for him.
pinch hitters
Yeah.
come in for DHs before,
Okay.
and they don't lose the DH.
But I think
Well, they
if he
lose it now.
goes from a
Lose it
DH
Yeah.
to a position,
Gotcha.
then that position is no
right.
longer.
So Contreras, let's say he's the DH. Herrera gets hurt. Contreras goes behind the dish. Now pitchers are hitting in the DH spot. For
You know
one
what?
game, though.
You know what?
I'm rolling with it.
Just go. I'm with you.
Yeah.
You know what? You
It's
changed my
one
mind.
game.
You just changed my mind right here, right now.
Like we're acting like
No,
this
you
is
just did it.
the
Right now.
Titanic
Yeah.
of problems.
Just do it.
Like that
Both
was a
of them play.
problem.
Carey lost sleep last night thinking about it. I can
don't
tell.
know. He lost sleep because he was
last night
watching WrestleMania.
I was up to like 1:45, 2
Yes.
o'clock. I was gonna text in the group, but I was like, it's extremely late.
Usually it's
I was watching Monday Night Raw, baby. All 3 hours of Monday Night Raw.
If you hit the group with a you up one night, good Lord. My girlfriend be like, who is that?
2:45.
It's actually the Cardinals, but I changed your name to Carey Davis.
Right. So
Why did he send that pic? I don't know.
the Cardinals
He likes
actually,
wrestling.
as soon as Mason Wynn tied the game last night, the Cardinals actually texted Carey and they said, "You up?" And Carey said, "Yeah, but I'm not watching you. I'm watching WrestleMania." And that's when the text stopped.
I watched the whole game.
Cardinals know better than to
Northern
text after a performance like last night.
Yeah, very true. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN.
Stays green means I've got them blocked.
Ah, nice. Tyler O'Neill just hit his sixth home run. Sixth home run of the season.
6 on his way to 60.
Yeah, probably. Another misstep by the Cardinals. We'll talk about it next on 101 ESPN.
Show me those dingers over at FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Moonshots, home runs, Oppo Taco, call them whatever you want. Because FanDuel has Dinger Tuesdays, and they're back right now, Carey, for another run. And you just any player you bet on for a home run, FanDuel will give you $5 in bonus bets for every home run hit during that game.
As if you needed any other reason to love the long ball. Any player, as Jamie said, maybe you want to take Tyler O'Neill. He's hit a few. Former Cardinal. He's doing a really good job.
call. Yeah.
Maybe Yvonne Herrera. He's a Cardinal. He's been hitting a few of them. Just visit FanDuel.com/fast to get in on all the Dinger Tuesday action.
Yeah. Definitely take Tyler O'Neill in any game. And then you get all the home runs for the entire game. As Carey just let you know, FanDuel.com/fast to participate in Dinger Tuesday. You do need that promo code. Again, FanDuel.com/fast. And then you can make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. Bonus issued is not withdrawable. Bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $25 per game. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
was called by OB because the next pitch goes over the monster.
That audio courtesy of Nesson in Boston. Wow. Tyler O'Neill, another home run today. Hit it in the first inning.
How many he got now?
He's got 6 on the season there, Carey.
How many Cardinals have you know? I think it's 8.
Is it 8? All right, so we're beating Tyler O'Neill, huh?
As a team.
As a team.
Barely.
But still winning. That's the key.
Guys, he only put one out of Fenway Park.
Was
my mic not on,
No,
Andrew?
it was not.
It wasn't. No, you're good.
He only
You're
put
good
one
now.
out of Fenway Park.
Well, who needs that on their roster, right?
Yeah, but in all honesty, though, guys, I'm going to splash some truth serum here. Is anybody really pissed off?
No.
Like, really?
I'm not going to
Do
be
you think any
hypocrite.
Cardinals fans are really ticked off, Carey? Because we saw this, right?
well-
Tyler O'Neill is the poisonous apple to where it's like, man, look at that apple. So awesome. I bet if I take a bite, it'd be incredible. Till you bite it and you die. Now, that's dramatic, okay?
Oh, I thought you just go to sleep.
No, I saw
Whoa.
a documentary one time where a princess took a bite of the apple and she fell asleep for like a really long time.
Right.
Yeah, so it was a bad apple, obviously.
And some perv showed up.
No, well.
Turned out okay, though.
Yeah, Anthony, you're right.
What documentary was that?
That's a sick one.
Anthony saw a different version.
Oh, no, that's what happened. Dude showed up. He's like, oh, look at her. She's unconscious. It's a horrible situation. Horrible.
Yeah, not great.
Was it a scary movie?
No.
Well, yeah, depends who you
it's
ask.
to some.
Depends who you ask. But Tyler O'Neill is that
I turned it
poisonous
off.
apple that
Not safe for kids, though.
I'm going to just power through
Hell
this. That you look at and it's great. But here in St. Louis, we know what the apple contains because we had the almost MVP season. 1 out of how many seasons was he here?
A lot.
1. And there's no doubt he can do these kinds of things. There's no doubt. He's got the talent. He's got the power. He's got the speed. He's got the defense. You name it. Tyler O'Neill has it. The problem is it's not always available because he's on the shelf with an injury. So I'm not disturbed by this. I'm like, whatever, go get him, Tyler O'Neill. I hope you strike it rich, and good luck to the Red Sox.
You said, are you bothered? I think the anger, it's not going to be at the Cardinals because you obviously had to move on from him. Too many injuries, as you said. I think the anger is actually at Tyler O'Neill. Like, why in the hell are you healthy and hitting the ball so well right now? What was it? But then that could bring into other questions. Maybe there is something here in terms of, you know, when you have a lot of players often get injured or stay injured or can't stay healthy, either the training regimen that is taking place with the team or the medical staff. Those are things that could come into question. So if you go elsewhere and have success and your body is not beat up or banged up or not often as injured and you're able to recover faster, then some questions can be asked about, well, what is this team? What is Team A doing that Team B was not doing?
I don't know if I'm ready to point the finger at the medical staff.
No. I'm not saying that you should. I'm just saying that if that were the case, that could be a question that could come into place.
I guess, but you know what? For me, it's let's see.
See a whole season.
He's 9 games into the season?
Yeah.
Like, call me at 40 games straight, and then maybe I'll say, well, what did he figure out?
Right.
Because Tyler O'Neill, it's inevitable that like every 25 games, something gets tweaked. A hamstring, a groin, his back. You know, he's playing on turf, can't play because it's bad on his knees or whatever. Like, and I'm not poking fun at Tyler O'Neill. I'm being a realist here right now, and that's what we dealt with his entire time in St. Louis.
I think one thing that I'm bothered by is not even just him. I think it's the fact that his OPS is higher than both Arenado and Goldschmidt combined.
Yeah,
that's what I'm bothered by.
Sure.
Who cares about Tyler O'Neill? He's not on the team anymore.
Right.
Like, he's probably going to get injured like he has every single season.
Right, but you know why we're having the conversation.
Oh, for
because
sure.
we always do this, and we're the snarkiest show on this radio station. So
Absolutely.
we often do too. We're not going to do it today, though, because Jamie's right. I'm not going to be a hypocrite about this. I said the entire time. You got to believe in what Tyler O'Neill has shown you. It's one good season. You have to remove yourself from it. And we even talked about the fact that he probably goes somewhere, it's a bunch of home runs, and then people are going to be talking about it. But
Well, and Mo hung on to him for 1 more year.
He did.
Because he was afraid of this happening.
correct, exactly. But was he
Should've
going to
held
do
on
it
one more
here?
year.
Who knows?
Maybe. He might have got injured down in Jupiter. Who knows?
To Marsh's point, let's talk about the guys that are here that are underperforming, the guys that are making the big bucks. Now, it's early. It's early. We're not even to the midway point in April. But your guys got to be your guys.
I'm looking at. I'm sitting here. I'm just looking at numbers for Cardinals. Not Cardinals. Just players, major league players. Right now, the top home run hitters. 6 of the top home run hitters are Tyler O'Neill with 6. Marcell Ozuna has 5. Adolis Garcia has 4.
Oh.
What do those 3 things have in common?
Oh, boy.
What the hell are we doing, man?
They play in hitters' parks.
Yeah. They also play here. What are we like? I just
keep going. There's got to be one more Cardinal somewhere.
If I keep going down, I'm sure.
What's Randy Rosarina got?
What's his
I can see
name?
Zach Allen's ERA, I think, is under 1.
RP.
What do we do? Like, it's that level of frustration, I think, when you talk about, Tyler O'Neill, all right, get him out of here. But you name the other names, and you're like, well, damn, we're not hitting the ball well in the outfield, or we're not hitting the ball well at different positions. But former players are that played here, and so that brings the question: is it us, or is it them? And
it's always them.
Is it? Because them are playing well in other places.
It's never our fault.
That philosophy has gotten me a long way in life.
Really? It's gotten me in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, me too. Not great.
Are the expectations in St. Louis too high for some of these players?
No. You're not playing in a big market.
Look, here's the bottom line.
No, Marsh.
Your top players are not performing. And this is a genuine concern. No snark involved here. Carey, I said it to you in the office. I've said it before about Paul Goldschmidt. They're getting older. Father time is real. I don't know if it applies yet, but you're seeing things that are uncharacteristic from, right now, Nolan Arenado. His swing is shortened. He doesn't look like he's got the power. He's hitting for average, not for pop, which is so weird because he's never done that before in his career.
Yeah.
And he's getting on base, 8-9 games in a row. That's fine, but he's not clearing anybody off the bases either.
Right.
And I just worry that maybe things are on the back 9 when it comes to their careers, and this is what they are now. And if that's the case, then the Cardinals have a really serious problem, because you've basically put all your eggs in those 2 baskets and said these are the corner infielders, our Gold Glovers, our MVP candidates. What if they're not?
They have to play at that level.
Then you're in a lot of trouble.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're in a heap of trouble.
And I'm not sure what I'm saying is actually fact yet.
Right.
Don't know.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. We will play Are You Sold at some point. The lineup should be out relatively soon. Carey, you had mentioned the Cardinals did make a move.
What?
They sent down John King, correct?
Oh, who saw that coming?
I think everybody.
Sonny Gray officially been activated for tonight's game. Cardinals option lefty John King to class AAA Memphis, according to Derek Gould. All right, Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Should we be questioning Ollie's decision-making, or is it once again on the players? We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN. Right before I came into work today, I mowed the lawn. I needed to, man. It'd been about a week or so, and with the help of Green Envy, the lawn was overgrown, but in a great way. It looked green in the spots it should be green. Now, there are issues in terms of the crabgrass, and there's weeds spread out certain areas, but it's not an issue because I've got Green Envy. I'm on their program. They take care of it for me. They'll come out. They'll have a technician who's trained and certified to spray the problem areas. They'll be dead within a week. Then when rain comes in and the temps continue to warm up, if there are other areas that are impacting my lawn, I don't have to worry about going to the hardware store and looking at the countless ineffective, cheap products that they have and worry about whether or not I'm wasting my time and money. I let the professionals handle it. Green Envy, they only use products that are designed to work for our soil, weather conditions, and turf types here in Missouri. There's spots on the side of my lawn, the side of the house that couldn't grow grass before. They've got it to grow green, and I've had zero issues with it. All I have to do is do what I want to do. Mow and trim, I'm good to go. Green Envy's fantastic. I highly recommend them. The only people that we allow touch our lawn here at our house in St. Louis. So all employees, as I mentioned, screen, background checks, pro-annually. They're fantastic. They leave tips on the door in between services. Give them a call right now, 636-757-1600. Again, 636-757-1600. Tell them Stalter sent you. It's Green Envy. The sounder means it's time to play the lineup game as the Cardinals get ready for Game 2 of their 3-game set against the Phillies. Tonight, Sonny Gray makes his Cardinals regular season debut, and it'll be against Zach Wheeler, the right-hander, who has been known to shut down the Cardinals in previous meetings.
Along with a lot of other teams, too.
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony, let's just get it out there.
All right, let's turn the page.
Yeah.
All right. Let's win today, huh?
Who's on the bump? Zach Wheeler, huh?
Zach Wheeler.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter who we start here. Is that wrong? Is that the bad attitude?
Sonny Gray going.
That is a very bad attitude.
Yeah, but our ace can't hit.
Well,
okay.
He can shut the other team out.
Well, he better.
Get to their bullpen.
All 47 pitches he's allowed today.
All 65 of them.
Wow. Am I in a bad mood today?
Boy, you are rolling.
I'm sorry.
The headphones really jack you up that bad?
He was upset. He said he came in hot.
He did.
Listen, I don't like when somebody messes with my headphones, and certainly not my muff.
I didn't mess with your muff.
And when people mess with my muff, God knows what they're going to do with it. They got all the saliva all over it. They do things like that. They drop it on the ground. Then my muff is filthy. I've got to clean it, and I don't even know where my headphones are. It was a mess, Anthony.
All right.
No, Carey, you were there.
Let's bounce back.
I am now.
Jamie. Okay. Brendan Donovan here?
Let's go.
Yeah,
Donnie.
I'm almost afraid because I sucked so bad yesterday.
No, don't be. You got to get back up on that horse.
That's a good point, Anthony. Now, am I riding it bareback or saddle?
It's up to you. It's your choice.
I think bareback.
I would assume.
Yeah.
Bareback.
Like, it's got to be full throttle today. Don't give me that damn saddle. Give me the bareback and show me Brendan Donovan.
Well said.
Donnie.
Hey, this headband's pretty cool.
He's back.
Here we go.
All right,
Jamie's
that's my only
back.
guess for the day. Good luck, boys.
No. We need you. All right. RL Chalk here.
For sure.
Why not?
Go ahead, Carey.
Show us Paul Goldschmidt.
Chalk. Yeah.
Get my tub of chalk.
So this is either Gorman or Wilson Contreras again.
Who knows? Maybe it's Ivan Herrera.
It could be.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Maybe it's Mason Wynn.
Well, what do we think?
Go Gorman.
I think Gorman always makes sense to me. Now, BK was muttering out some other stats today, and God knows I can't remember what they were. When you can't understand them, and he's picking these stats out, and I try to listen. He said something about he's better in the 6-hole than he is in the 3-hole, but I don't know why that makes any sense. So I'm going to defer to you guys after all that.
Thank you.
I think it's Gorman.
I agree.
All right. Show us Paul Gorman. Or Paul
Gorman?
He's got a brother?
Paul Newman?
Show us Nolan Gorman.
I'm sorry.
I combined Goldie and Gorman.
Well, it's wrong either way.
It was wrong either way. All right, well, should we try Paul Gorman?
Maybe.
Arson Judge?
Maybe it's Arson Judge. Do we sign him?
I think this is Big Willie here.
All right.
What do you think?
I want to see it.
I'm okay with it. You do you?
I want to see that Big Willie.
All right.
Right there in
Show
that
us
3-hole.
Wilson Contreras.
DH.
No.
Edgesmith. Check.
Now, do you think he's a DH?
Who knows?
Who really knows? I think he's DH.
I think you got to keep Ivan Herrera in the game.
I think
hit the slam-a-lam ding-dong
Herrera's not
yesterday.
coming out.
Yep.
All right, so should we go back to the well here?
Yeah, hitting for average. Go for it.
There you go. Show us Nolan Arenado.
He's a Gold Glove winner and perennial All-Star.
Oh, listen to Mr. Gold Glove over here.
Come on.
All right. All right.
This has got to be Ivan.
Right here?
No?
Or it's Gorman, then Herrera.
I could see either.
If Gorman's in the lineup, I think it's here.
Yeah, who's playing second base if
Right,
it's not?
exactly.
Go Nolan Gorman. Or Paul.
Show us Nolan Gorman.
Get your fresh organic popcorn.
Yes.
Get your popcorn ready.
That last one's a little disturbing.
Yeah, it is.
Get your popcorn ready.
You know who that is, right?
It's T.O.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
making sure.
Yep. It's my quarterback.
Remember that?
It's my quarterback.
That was get your popcorn ready.
Oh, yeah.
Is that when he's doing push-ups in his driveway? Remember that?
Yeah, I definitely remember that. I don't know if he said it there. Yeah.
I think
Well,
so.
in my
I think that was
version,
when he
it's
Is that he's
When he's playing with the
sit-ups,
Cowboys.
push-ups. Yep.
I think.
He's in
Yeah.
great shape. Give him that.
Yeah, he is.
Still.
Man,
I bet he is.
This is Ivan Herrera.
I believe
Catcher.
so. Yeah.
Show us Ivan Herrera.
I'm just going to say this right now. I think Ivan Herrera is going to hit a home run right here.
Oh.
Marcus
I love it.
That's awesome.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
I'll allow that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that's good.
That was awesome.
All right, so we're
All
up
right,
to
this has got to
7.
be walk it like it's hot or walk it like it's not.
Or it's sack fly like it's hot.
Bad launch angle.
Worm burner.
Working on it.
Either way, it's going to be an inside-out swing. And the ball's going to go sideways.
With a lot of spin, though.
He's gonna hit.
You guys are terrible.
Yeah.
Well, we're not.
Come on.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Show us Jordan Walker.
Not great.
Oh, wow.
He getting a day here?
I hope so.
Who's in right field then? Oh, maybe Mason Wynn got moved up in the lineup.
That could be.
And Walker dropped? Yeah, they're not going to take him out.
Yeah.
Although maybe he's tired again, needs another rest.
Nah. Show us Mason Wynn.
There you go.
No.
What the hell?
Is it Burley?
Is
No.
Burleson out and right?
Oh, God.
He's out and right. Or Siani.
Super bad?
Yeah. I could see Alec Burleson being in right. That would be an ollie move.
I had my
What do you
stomach's
got?
upset now.
What do you think?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just going to say things since I don't want it to be what you're saying.
I understand that. I totally understand that. I just think that this is a move. I think this is a move Ollie makes.
Anthony, you're convicting. You're saying it with conviction. That's better.
Yeah.
Not convicted yet.
Convicting
yet.
And you've got passion in what you're saying. Go ahead.
Show us Alec Burleson for no reason.
Alec, we have a problem.
Bully to the rescue!
All right.
I'm putting our best defense in.
I mean, he did have a hit last night. A big hit.
It was a hell of a hit. I give him that.
Okay. This should be Wynn and Scott then. I imagine.
I would hope.
Or Superbad is in there.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Mason Wynn. Go ahead, Jamie.
Show us Mason Wynn.
I'm watching the Futures game, and this thing's all over Instagram. It's like, this guy threw a ball 100 across the. That's awesome, but like, how many throwing errors does he have?
Shut up!
I just noticed a clerical error on our home run derby. I know we'll get to that, but I don't see Ivan Herrera on our list.
Oh. So I didn't get any points last night?
You didn't pick him. You picked Wilson Contreras.
Yeah, and Herrera stepped in for him, so that's how it works, right?
Anthony.
That's kind of like NASCAR. It's just got to be the number. That's just the position.
They doesn't even wear the same number.
No, but the position in baseball.
That was a different position.
I get all the catchers.
Contreras was a DH.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yep.
Okay,
we got to get to that.
Yeah.
We got
right.
one more position.
Show us Victor Scott.
Victor Scott.
Great Scott. Too fast, too fast.
Focus. Speed. I am speed.
All right, run it, Marsh.
All right, leading off in left field, Brendan Donovan batting second. First baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Batting third, your DH, Wilson Contreras. Your cleanup hitter, third baseman, Nolan Arenado. Batting fifth, second baseman, Nolan Gorman. Batting sixth, the catcher, Ivan Herrera. Batting seventh in right field, Alec Burleson. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Mason Wynn. And batting ninth in center field, Victor Scott the second.
Back. Stay fair! Stay fair!
Go fair!
I don't believe what I just saw!
Home run.
Finger toggled.
You're good.
You did.
It happens. All right, so, Jamie, you're still in the lead with 3 points.
Wow.
Via that Brendan Donovan home run a week ago.
Okay. Yeah. But the Cardinals, I believe, have the lowest home runs in all of Major League Baseball.
Is that so?
Yeah, I actually believe that's a true stat.
I think you're right.
And so that, therefore, our home run game really is difficult when they can't hit them.
Right.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Regardless of how many points they're worth.
Right.
Fourth to last, third to last.
But who's counting?
Nobody.
I actually think that Alec Burleson gets a home run today.
Okay.
He tore the cover off that double. I think he's finding his timing. Probably not against Wheeler, probably against the guy out of the bullpen, but
So Burleson, 2-pointer. Where do we want to put Herrera? 2 points?
I think 2 points.
I think he's a 2-pointer.
All right. Ivan Herrera, now a 2-pointer. Marshy, go.
I'm going to go with the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. Seems like everyone's crapping on him right now. Hopefully he can pick it up and give me 1 point.
All right. Carey.
I honestly don't know where to go. Let me get Paul Goldschmidt or Paul Gorman.
Wow.
Can I get either one?
Yeah.
Paul Gorman?
Either way.
Paul Gorman. Paul Gorman. You can get Paul Gorman.
Yeah,
Paul Gorman. Yep.
Either one? Either one?
Yeah.
Give me Paul Goldschmidt.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and give me Ivan Herrera?
Oh, there it is.
I thought about it.
I mean,
So
come
brought
on.
him up.
Come on.
Keeps hitting home runs. He's going to play every day.
Yeah, he is. All right.
Paul
Fast lane, I wanna
Gorman
win this.
is he's an actor.
I see.
What's he in?
Paul Gorman? Yeah, what's he in?
You guys have probably heard it. The Outlander.
No.
The Outlander.
What about Mayflies?
No.
How about The Relic?
I've heard of the Relic.
That's it.
All right.
Oh. Good career. Good thing he's playing baseball now.
How old is he?
He should go to Boston. Might be better.
How old is he?
Ooh, wow. We don't care.
I do.
He looks pretty
I don't
young.
know. He looks like a young fella.
Yeah, he's got plenty of career left.
Okay.
Got time.
Maybe he's just getting in there, you know?
Sure. How would you assess the starting rotation following Miles Michaelis' performance last night? Not bad?
Allergies.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about it next on 101 ESPN.
Boys, the NHL playoffs are right around the corner. NBA as well. So many awesome things to watch. Great sporting events. And they also have great offers over at FanDuel. And Carey, right now, over at FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, new customers get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed.
Yeah, Jamie, that's $150. Win or lose, you can bet on everything from slap shots to home runs to slam dunks, all on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. As you said, playoffs are around the corner. So many things to choose from, so many options. MLB picking up. Anthony, you can tell them about it. Just visit FanDuel.com/fast and you can make a pick.
Yeah, you can make your first bet an automatic win, in fact. And if you had UConn last night, boy, you're already feeling pretty good. First half, second half game, didn't matter. UConn all the way. Unfortunately, the UConn Huskies have already won. That's it. But as Jamie mentioned, you got NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs certainly coming on. Baseball just starting up. It's all available at FanDuel. Player props, odds, futures. You can do it all right there at FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager. Only $10 first deposit required. Bonus distributed non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Jamie Rivers, Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh. We were just told that we will be at the Missouri Athletic Club next week for the annual College Basketball Writers Association Awards, and looking forward to that. We got Zach Edey. Zach Edey was there a year ago. We didn't have an opportunity to talk to him, but maybe we'll get a chance to talk to him this year.
Bill Walton, baby.
Bill Walton. Yeah, Bill Walton was there last year. I don't know if he'll be there this year, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
He is. We'll just plug and play.
If he's there early, we'll probably have just
Bill Walton,
hour and a half of Bill Walton.
Just do your thing.
Backfill it with ads at the end.
Yeah, he was great. So, how would you guys assess the starting rotation following Miles Michaelis' start last night?
So Michaelis had a good start. Quite honestly, that's exactly what you need from Miles Michaelis.
Yeah.
He got you, 6 innings and 2 runs scored. The problem with Miles Michaelis...
He got into the 7th. It was 6 2/3. So,
So, I mean, what more do you really want from the guy? The problem with Miles Michaelis is that he has no run support. So this is the one I was going to read off earlier today. It was the Cardinals PR that calculated that Miles Michaelis has received 0 run support in 32 of his last 143 starts as a Cardinal. Basically, a full season's worth of 0 runs of support.
That's not good.
Not great.
It's not good.
If we're isolating Miles Michaelis and last night, he did his job. Steven Matz has more than done his job this season. Kyle Gibson...
One good, one bad.
One good, one bad, but then I believe you have to add a couple of points onto that for him gutting it out and getting you through 6. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, your bullpen's destroyed.
Yeah.
So, Lance Lynn, I think Lance Lynn is exactly what I thought he was going to be. Mm-hmm. He's going to strike guys out, and he's certainly going to give up home runs.
He carved up a bad Miami lineup for three innings, and then he gave up 2 bombs to the only guy that can hit in that lineup, Berger. So... Yep. That you're right. That's kind of Lance Lynn. It's not acceptable when you're trying to be a contender, but you're right. That's who he is.
It's who he is. I think everybody so far has proven. So disappointment for me. Zach Thompson has been less than adequate.
Yeah.
And Sonny Gray to be determined.
Right.
So I'm like, I think this is exactly what I expected.
For me, I think, when you're talking about the pitching staff, I know wins are not solely on the pitcher. As you said, if you don't get run support, it's hard to win a game. But the team isn't winning. And so that's collectively, that falls on everybody's shoulders. So if you're under 500, which they are right now, if you're not able to win more than you're losing, then I would have to say that the pitching staff isn't doing enough, because in some of the games where they did get the run support, the pitching wasn't good. So it's kind of...
Welcome to Cardinal Nation.
There you go. We are here.
Seriously.
Would say welcome to hell. I don't know.
Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell will be your tour guides.
I feel like that's been the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
They take turns.
Yep.
Good pitching, you have a good outing, you don't get the run support. You get good hitting, you're already down by 4 runs by the time you get to the second inning. So it's just... That's what this team has been, and it is extremely frustrating to watch. And if you're just talking about the pitching staff... The pitching, the starting pitching and the bullpen, I think I'm still, C- in that area. It hasn't been great. It hasn't been stellar. It hasn't been completely awful. There have been some awful outings, but all in all, I think I'm still around a C- for the entire pitching staff. And if I'm talking about the damn hitters, I'm at a D.
Well, we'll get Carey. We'll get there. Let's just focus on the pitching. Yeah, I'm with you, man. You guys both ticked off today. Yeah, that'd be nice.
People hit the ball.
Not just when you're down 10-1.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. Guys, it's based on what your expectations were, right? What are your expectations, and what are you judging on? I think some people are judging the pitching staff based on what it was a year ago. If you're basing it off of what it was a year ago, you're setting a pretty low mark, in my opinion. For me, I'm doing 2 things. If I'm assessing what my expectations were at the start of the year. And honestly, that's kind of my expectations at the start of the year weren't very high. Zach Thompson's the only one that's really disappointed. Mm-hmm. Jamie, you nailed it with Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn is that this is what he is. Mm-hmm. Kyle Gibson, one good, one bad. All right. Miles Michaelis, rough opening start against a loaded Dodgers lineup. He's been very good the last 2 starts. Cool. Sonny Gray, to be determined. Other than that, Steven Matz has been a great surprise, and Zach Thompson's been the only disappointment. So if I'm basing my assessment off the expectations coming in, I think it's been pretty good, all things considered. But if I'm judging on the rest of the league, you're nowhere close.
Do you put much stock into quality starts? Is that a number? So right now, 11 starts from the pitchers and 3 quality starts. Miles Michaelis has 2.
What did we have last year for quality starts? Because that number had to have been abysmal.
It probably wasn't good.
Because the guys you counted on for quality starts, Michaelis and Wainwright,
right?
They didn't give you that. No. They really didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could try to look it up here in a.
Yeah, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, it's all good. That's a good question, though.
Because I'm trying to see, based on what Carey's telling me, like, are they on the same clip as last year?
Okay, I got it right here.
You got it?
Quality starts. So just to give you a reference point, the Twins led the league in quality starts at 76. There are 30 teams in Major League Baseball, even if you count the A's. So
you don't count the A's.
Pirates, not really. The Dodgers and Pirates were average at 53 quality starts. The Cardinals had 48 quality starts last year. Only the Red Sox, Tigers, Reds, Rockies, Royals, A's were worse at 6.
That's not good. And the teams
we're lower than the 48.
And the teams that you just named, a lot of those teams are terrible.
Yeah. Red Sox were.
The Royals aren't great.
Bottom half. The Tigers.
A's, obviously.
The Reds have, good up and coming talent, but not there yet. The Rockies are a last place team. The Royals, 4th or 5th. And the A's are a minor league team.
Well, this year with the rotation that they have and the strategy behind the guys they signed was obviously to get more quality starts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what do we
you
have?
don't crap on the Royals. They're 6-4.
What do we have this year, Carey, for quality starts? 3
out of 11 games.
3 out of 11 games.
A year ago,
and
Marsh.
Miles Michaelis lost one of those games that he did get a quality.
Yeah.
So,
all right, let's do our sports six-pack. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. So you got a question for us, send it there. We'll answer them next on 101 ESPN.
Springtime right around the corner, which means that the real estate business should be picking up. And if you're selling your home right now or you're thinking about selling your home, it can be stressful. The market is crazy. It really is. And that's why I trust Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty for a number of reasons. She's been in the business forever, has answers to your questions, has different strategies, and she also has options for you. And my favorite option that Gloria Liu offers is the guaranteed sales. And all that is Gloria Liu sits down with you, the home seller, discusses your home, agrees upon a sales price, and then she sells your home for that price, or she'll buy it herself. And she executes all of that in handwriting. And you think to yourself, well, why would she guarantee sales? Because she has a huge database with thousands of ready buyers that what they do is they create a higher demand for your home, certainly more traffic to your listing, maybe multiple offers, and hopefully more money for you when everything is done. And Gloria Liu gets you to the closing table. That's what's huge about this. So please pick up the phone, call Gloria Liu, tell her that Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number's 314-325-6888. Again, that's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Conditions do apply. Gloria and the seller must agree upon the sales price as well as the possession date.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals fall to the Phillies yesterday by a final score of 5-3 in extra innings. They'll be back at it tonight. Sonny Gray going up against Zach Wheeler. 6:45 first pitch. We did the lineup game earlier today. If you missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free 101 mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find everything there. And it's all brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. UConn defeated Purdue in the national championship last night, 75-60. First team to win back-to-back titles since Florida did it in 2006 and 2007. We have our Sports Six-Pack coming up next. So if you have a question, send it our way to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Sports Six-Pack coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center Update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Here's Andrew Marsh with your questions for the Sports Six-Pack.
Question number 1.
Interesting question here from the 618. All right, boys, I know you all coach on some level. Help me out with this one. Coaching first and second grade baseball, and I have a player that just won't stop cussing. Before I have a chat with the parents, do you have any good ideas for me?
Well, first of all, that's just baseball. Second of all,
sports in general.
Yeah.
Second grader.
Yeah.
Should be picking his nose in the outfield like Jackson does in softball.
Yeah, well, in fairness to Jackson, he told that story. He wasn't picking his nose. He was eating Skittles.
Oh, that's right.
Decided to put his glove down. Only time the ball was hit to him all year. Line drive right to him.
The ball always finds you.
He decided to try to catch you with his bare hands. Jamie, it didn't go well. His brother
surprising.
Brother kicked him off the team. His brother was the pitcher.
Poor Piddles.
Yeah.
All right,
Action Jackson, he was not on that play.
So if I had this problem, which, believe it or not, I do have some of these issues with Synergy hockey camps go on all through the summer. We get lots of different ages. And now usually what happens is some of the older kids will say something in front of a younger kid, and then the younger kids start to repeat it. So there has to be a talking to. Usually I talk to the kids immediately, but when it's a young kid like that, I talk to the parents immediately. Immediately. Because you don't want that to be a habit that is continuing. And two, I always address it like we have other young kids here as well. And so if little Johnny or little Susie or whoever it is continues to cuss, well, they're just not going to be able to participate.
Yep.
And there's no money back here. Have a talk with your child.
Yeah.
Because every time that there's cussing, especially at such a young age like that, they're going to sit away from the group. That's the bottom line. Those are the rules.
Yeah.
And if the kid continues to just be put out, then be like, don't bring him or don't bring her. And same with the baseball. There's rules to the game of baseball. There are. You can't just do whatever you want during the play. So the rules that I have as a coach are that we're not cussing. And if you do, then you suffer the consequences for breaking the rules. Bottom line.
Yeah. I just imagine this kid with a dip in and just ready. Yeah, just letting them fly. Second grade.
Yeah.
Telling the truth. Telling how he feels.
Right.
Spitting the truth.
Yeah. Spitting something.
He's like a character on Letterkenny.
You're right in this age bracket.
Yeah.
With your flag football
Have you heard any words fly yet?
There's no cursing, but I mean, a lot of times you get kids that they're not paying attention because they've got all this energy and they're kids, right? So this is how I handle it. It's funny, right? You're coaching first grades, kindergarten, whatever, but it's still your team. You're the one that's volunteered. You're the one that's putting in the work. I know what it's like. You guys, Jamie, you've coached for Carey. You coached at the high school level. You know all the work that has to be done. Practice schedules, meeting with the league, coaches meetings, getting all the equipment, making sure the equipment gets fixed. The parents are my group of parents are awesome, but there's questions and things like that. So coach the team how you want to. Take charge, though. Like Jamie said, this is my team. These are rules, and I always say it. So when I sit there with the kids, I always make sure the parents are kind of right there too. Hey, the expectations are this, and if you get a so in this case, if I was dealing with somebody that was cursing, I would get to the kids' level and I'd say, hey, I want to play you. I cannot play you if you're swearing. Yeah. And I would go to the parent, like you said, and say, hey, so and so is cursing. I told him, just so you and I are on the same page here, I told him I cannot play him. I want to play him.
Yeah.
He's a leader. I know he's a leader. Make it up. I don't care.
Don't give away trade secrets.
Tell him, hey, I want to play your kid. I want to play him. I can't play him. So are we clear? Are we on the same page here?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the parent would say, yes, we are, and, we'll work on it together.
And what you said there is 100% correct. It's imperative that you tell the parents.
Yes.
Because the parent, with the child in front of them, because it's the parents need to know the exact story, because as kids, we know I was one of those kids.
That's not what I did.
Well, coach is just mean to me. I didn't do it. No, that's not how we roll here. I'm not mean to your kid. In fact, I'm pulling for your kid. I want them to play a long time and love the sport of baseball, hockey, football, whatever it is. But here's what's going on. And 99 times out of 100, the kid comes back the next day and we have a completely different animal.
Yeah.
What the
No, Janet, this is what we're trying to avoid. But honestly, the kids usually respond in a good way.
Yeah.
And then I always, the next day, especially at camps, will go out of my way to make sure that the young athlete knows I'm not mad. This is just the rules. So go over, tap them on the shin pads, pass the puck, have a little fun, yuck it up a little bit. So then the kid's like, okay, coach isn't just like some big, scary
But that's
guy.
that's also sports. You have to teach them discipline, and sports to me translates to so many things in life. If you don't have discipline, then you're not going to have much success in life. And so you're teaching them at a young age, hey, these are the requirements. This is what we need to do in order to have success. And if you're not willing to do that, either the parent or the young person, usually it's the parent, you have to talk to them, as you said, and the parent can get them in line. And if they're still flying off at like a sailor, all right, well, we won't have you here, because unless you're really fast and can play really fast.
Even then, though,
you don't want that.
You don't want to start joking. You don't want to start it there at all.
You're doing the kid a disservice.
Correct.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it'll set them back in life at some point. Yep.
And follow through, too. There was a situation on Sunday where we were up, and one of the kids came to me and said, hey, can I run the ball next? I said, yeah, when we get on offense, you're going to run the ball first. Well, I looked over when he was playing defense, and his shirt was out. You got to tuck your shirt in because they're trying to grab the flag. So I told his dad, I said, hey, you got to get your shirt tucked in. Well, we were on offense, and he wasn't out there because he was getting his shirt tucked in. And I completely forgot. I told him, there's a million things going on. So the kid wound up being upset. And I had one of the assistant coaches say, hey, run the defense. I went to him and said, hey, that was my fault. I had to get your shirt tucked in. As soon as we're on offense again, you're going to get the ball first. I'm like, but you need to stand up. Yeah. And he did. So he stood up. I followed through, and we're good. You could say, hey, I made a mistake too. Right. But if you don't follow through and the kid is disciplined, if he says, hey, if I stop swearing, all right, I got you at third base or shortstop or whatever. Follow through then.
Yeah, you have to follow through, and you have to reward the corrected behavior.
Yes. Yeah. So the kid knows, all right, cool. We're all on the same page here.
Question number 2.
Oh, hope that helped. We went 7 minutes. I hope that helped.
We got some good positive remarks.
Yeah.
Was good.
I think everybody's been wondering, but the 314 especially wants to know, did Carey watch night 2 of WrestleMania?
Did I ever? Listen to me, man. I'm just getting back into it. When that sound came on, I was telling Marsh, you hear all the intros for all the wrestlers. That might be the most recognizable. Just that, the Undertaker is somewhere. You don't know where. You really don't know where, and neither did The Rock. But it doesn't matter. He was where he needed to be when he needed. Doesn't matter. He was where he needed to be when he needed to be, and it was amazing. I am a wrestling fan again. Every time I try to leave, they pull me back in. I'm right there. I was thrilled. So it was amazing.
Let me ask you this then. Are you a wrestling fan again? Pause. Or are you a wrestling fan right now because all of the old characters were brought back?
That's part of. So yes. And
they don't have the Undertaker, The Rock. They don't have
they're
that
my
right
age
now.
and older, so
But
they
WWE,
won't be able to do this every night.
Those guys.
Yeah, it is different. Now I did watch it in
when
Roman Reigns.
Go to the well like that.
Roman
that
Reigns is probably the one guy that was that. Would you agree? He's kind
of the best wrestlers ever.
There you go. So he is kind of
popularity compared to those guys.
I don't know that you will ever be. The popularity of a Hulk Hogan or an Undertaker.
It's a different era.
Yeah.
And they're trying to usher in a new era with Triple H as the chief creative officer. And
I thought it was amazing, man.
Mixing in the old guys with the new guys, hopefully you get more eyeballs. Like me, for instance, I watched baseball game and the basketball game last night, and then I watched Monday Night Raw, which I have never done in probably 20 years. And I watched all 3 hours of it because it captured my attention.
I've seen that one.
Was amazing. It was. Randy Orton, St. Louis, and former high school teammate, was in the ring. It was just like
RKO, baby.
It was awesome. It was amazing. I did enjoy it. I did not text the group. I was going to text them at about 2:15, but I figured if I text Jamie, you up this late, he might, want to
get the wrong idea.
Yeah.
Or the right idea. Right, Jamie? Nah?
Front door's unlocked.
There you go. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
Yeah, I know.
We'll continue our Sports 6 back here in the Fast Lane next on 101 ESPN.
Hey, if you're a contractor or you own a business that needs recycling, well, you need to learn about my good friends over at Scrap Mart Metals. They are tailor-made for your business to meet your schedule and your budget. They understand that job site cleanup for contractors can be a mess, so you can set up an account with Scrap Mart to recycle that metal. It's one less thing you have to do. You'd be amazed how scrap metals add up and can really help your business's cash flow. If you're a plumber, heating and cooling, maybe you're an excavator or a contractor, Scrap Mart Metals Recycling can make your job easier. If you have that heavy equipment, you know it's frustrating, often have to repair it. There's going to come a time when you have to end your suffering and get rid of it. Scrap Mart Metal will come get it out of your way. They will haul that equipment to one of their locations and get you a check the same day. Or if you want to, you can haul it yourself. They have 3 convenient locations, Valley Park, Peevely, and Jonesburg. If it's metal, they will buy it. Batteries, electric motors, steel, cast iron. It's recycling made easy. Just visit scrapmartmetals.com and talk to my guy Lucas. He can talk to you about setting up a business account. That's scrapmartmetals.com, and tell him Carey sent you.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six Pack is now.
Let's continue our Sports Six back here on the Fast Line on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Here's Andrew Marsh. Question 3, please.
Question number 3.
All right, this one comes from Carrot. Why are we so concerned with changing the rules of baseball when soccer players fake injuries for 90-plus minutes and the game ends in a scoreless tie?
How do I answer this?
By the way, this does not prove me wrong.
Okay. Here's how I'd answer this. I got nothing, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Mom told me if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Yeah, I'm firmly...
Baseball is America's pastime.
It certainly is, Carey. You're right about that.
You want to change the rules so that people will stay engaged.
Yeah.
But as far as soccer players falling out, I don't know.
Here's what's mind-boggling to me.
I guess what's your point?
Yeah.
You know? What's the point?
Is baseball is heavily viewed throughout North America.
Yeah.
But it is absolutely blown out of the water by the fans who watch soccer worldwide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Most popular sport
and
worldwide.
They watch this product, which my daughter plays soccer. Mm-hmm. The sport of soccer is impressive. To have the athleticism to do what they do, control the ball with their feet, and stay on the field, on the pitch for as long as like the starters do at times and whatnot, it is impressive. Where they lose me is the flopping. Mm-hmm. They lose me on that because like every time anybody gets like even close to another player, they go down.
They try to sell it to get
like they were hit with an
advantage.
elephant gun.
Yeah. I will say this: soccer is. I ran track. I played football, basketball. Soccer might be, other than boxing or wrestling, soccer might be the best conditioned athletes
I don't disagree.
in the entire world.
Sure.
I did a workout with some soccer players. I guess my 4th or 5th year in the league, and I literally didn't come back. It was on a Friday. It's called the beep test. You gotta.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Oh yeah, I called my trainer on Monday and said, yeah, I still think I'm dying. Like I'll see you Tuesday or Wednesday. I still
beeps
wasn't.
get faster and faster.
Oh my God, it was the worst thing I have ever. I don't know why I did it. I just wanted to try it, and it was the worst workout I have ever had in my entire life.
Sure.
Yeah, it sucks.
So yeah, I do give credit to soccer players
all you
and
had
their
to do
phenomenal
though
condition.
is just
conditioning.
fall down.
Well,
And
that's
then
true.
when they have this freeze spray, it's a miracle in a can.
They don't have it for any other sport.
Trainers will spray that crap over the sock, even.
Yeah.
And it finds its way to the problem. And they jump back up, and they're like, right back into the play. I'm like,
why they're not using this to heal ACLs?
I don't know.
And tendons, Achilles tendon injuries.
Worst
I don't
part
know.
is I bought a pallet of it, Anthony. I'm like, if that can do that,
Yeah.
it didn't work the same for me. No. It didn't work the same
That's
for me.
surprising to me,
Maybe it's
'cause
because
you're
I don't
right.
play soccer.
Maybe. Yeah, it's a soccer thing.
I feel like now with some of these sports, as a fan, you just have to know what you're getting yourself into. Like, you can't speed up a soccer game, right? Like, you can't make it a 70-minute game. And maybe if we make it 70 minutes, more people will want to come and watch the ML. You know, like, that doesn't work like that. You have to know what you're getting yourself into. If I went to a City game, yeah, there's a possibility that's going to be a 1-0 or a 0-0 game based on how the season is going.
Right.
But I know I'm going to be in an electric environment, and I'm going to have fun, and it's going to feel quicker, and everything's going to feel more heightened every opportunity the team gets to score a goal. In baseball, I know what I'm getting myself into. I know I'm going to be there for a few hours. I know how slow the game is. I know what I'm getting into.
But do you like the flopping?
No, I don't care about the flopping. Everybody flops. They flop in basketball.
That drives me crazy.
Sometimes they flop in baseball where there's a pitch up high and they're like, oh my goodness gracious. So it's not even close.
Yeah, but it's not every.
The ratio.
In hockey, there's diving. You literally get a penalty for it.
Yeah, you get a penalty for it. You don't get it like in soccer. You want to clean up the flopping? Guy flops, you give him a yellow card.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'm not doing that again.
Then great.
Or, if I may, guys, if the guy flops, right, and he says, you go up to him, what's hurting you, right? And he says his leg, right? And if he's uses the magic spray and he jumps back up, his leg is not fine. It's fine. You cut that leg off.
I do want to get a hold of this magic spray.
Do you want to get the flopping out of the game or not?
Do you have bring some in? I want to spray. I got aches and injuries still.
It's going to be cold on your skin and not change a damn thing with the other spray stuff.
Sorry, is this, like sunscreen?
It's like spray oil in a can.
Bug spray.
Unless you play soccer, of course.
Yeah.
What question was that? I don't know.
That was 3, I think.
That was 3.
Question 4, please.
5.
Yeah.
No, we're on question 5.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think so.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Question number 4.
From the 314, should the NFL and UFL consider relegation like European soccer? I personally would love to see that idea in American sports.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I think in baseball you should. Because baseball doesn't have a cap. So you got teams that aren't trying. So like the A's would be relegated.
Here's your issue, though.
Who would take over? Their minor league affiliate?
Yeah, no, so here's how it works.
The top minor league affiliate.
And it wouldn't be your minor league affiliate. So here's how it works in Europe. Because I played over in Switzerland and I played in Russia, and they have relegation in those leagues. And it's huge because all the sponsorship dollars go to the teams that are in the top division.
Yeah.
And so if you get relegated, you lose players, you lose sponsors, you lose all sorts of stuff. And they have playoffs and they have play-outs in those areas. And the play-outs will be the non-playoff teams. They play each other. And the team that continuously loses ends up playing the champion of the lower league underneath them. So not just one team, it's the champion of that league. They have a 7-game series, and whoever wins gets to stay in the first division.
Yeah.
It's an unbelievable concept because that way they're like, even now, if the Blues did not make the playoffs, they'd be playing in a play-out situation maybe. To where now you win the series is fine. You stay in the first league, your season's over, but you finish on a positive note. I know this because I played on the worst team in Switzerland when I signed there, and we were terrible. And then we won out in the first round of the playouts, and they treated us like gods after that.
You didn't get
But the problem where you'd have here is if you relegated, let's just say it's the Red Sox because they had a bad year. They get relegated, and some team from Tallahassee wins. Now you've replaced the Red Sox with Tallahassee.
That's correct.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Works.
It wouldn't work.
So. The A's will get relegated. Nobody cares about the A's anymore.
How would you call people up though?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
like you have a AAA team playing. So like let's say the Cardinals. Okay, let's say Memphis, for instance, wins. So Memphis is playing in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
What do they? How do they call people up though?
Well, you got to go to Peoria. What do you want me to tell you? Okay. Do you want the relegation or not? I mean, guys.
You send them from Peoria to Memphis and then Memphis to St. Louis.
Do they just switch teams?
Look, we all know it doesn't work.
It would never
be
work
fun.
in the NFL.
It can't work in North American sports.
How the hell are you going to tell Robert Kraft that his team was one of the worst teams?
Right. Yeah.
And you got to go to the UFL.
Yeah.
The hell I do.
Birmingham, welcome to the NFL.
Hey, the Battlehawks.
That's the way we get back to the NFL.
There you go.
Might be the way.
All right.
Or they could just, I don't know.
Give us a team.
Give us a damn team.
That'd be nice. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We have the
Don't
Gauntlet
take it this
next.
time. Gentlemen, I sure hope that you are not paying too much for your ED meds right now. And nobody cares that you're using them, that's for sure. But the medicine shop in St. Charles cares that you're paying too much for that. Right now, the medicine shop in St. Charles has a generic called Sildenafil for less than $2 a pill. Gentlemen, I know that the little blue pill and the gummy and all that stuff, but you're paying too much. Don't do that. Go to the medicine shop, pay less than $2 a pill, prescription required, of course. And if you have a busy schedule or there's any medicines that you require on a regular basis that, for whatever reason, you can't get to the pharmacy that month, that week, whatever it is, the pharmacy, the medicine shop in St. Charles, they will come to you. They offer free discreet shipping and delivery to your home or your workplace to make your life easier. That's part of the great customer service that they offer, which is exactly what you get if you go into the pharmacy. The people that work at the pharmacy are awesome. They have the answers for you. They're going to be helpful, and they care about every single customer. So please stop by there and say hi. But if you can't get there in person, you can always get there online and check out everything I just talked about at stcharles.pharmacy. That's stcharles.pharmacy.
Four warriors, four categories, one challenger. Can you master the Gauntlet?
The Gauntlet is powered by Master, your hometown source for business communications for more than 30 years. Visit mastor.com.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN 403. Your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm great. Just driving home from work. Ready to go.
All right, excellent. Love the energy here.
Yes, sir.
All right, Nick, would you like to take on Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, or me today?
Let's do Carey. I haven't faced him yet. I've faced Marsh and Rivers before, so let's try out Carey.
All right, there you go. Carey Davis, make your way into the Cone of Silence.
See you soon, Nick.
Oh, yeah. How'd you do against Marsh and Jamie? You must have won once.
I beat I swept Jamie, and then Marsh beat me in a tiebreak about a year ago. So.
Well, there's no proof that you swept me, Nick. Okay.
Swept him. In what did you sweep Jamie in?
Baseball. Well,
Okay.
I guess 1, 2. I got all 4. I think I won I don't know. I think you got 1. I got them all right, but it was baseball.
I think it was probably 8-7, the final score, Nick. Just saying.
I think so, too.
There we go. Thank you.
All right, Nick, well, you know how this works. Tell Marsh to spin the wheel. What category are you hoping for, Nick?
I would say baseball, but since I said that, I'll probably go over 4 this time if that comes up, but we'll see.
Okay. Marsh, what do we got today?
Oh.
Looks like we got football.
Okay, football. How you feel, Nick?
I'm a big Titans fan. I live in Nashville, so I feel okay about it.
Wow, thanks for listening all the way from Nashville, man.
I was just in
Appreciate you.
Nashville. Nice. Had a good time there.
I was at the game, Jamie. I was at the game.
All right, I love it. Good stuff, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Nick, you're going to get 4 football questions. Carey's going to get the same 4 football questions. Each question is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options, and then those questions are worth 1 point. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, question number 1. Which Battlehawk leads the UFL in receiving touchdowns with 3? Which Battlehawk leads the UFL in receiving touchdowns with 3?
Option, please.
Marcel Aitman, Jake Sutherland, or Darius Shepard?
Sutherland. Final answer.
All right, Nick, question 2, bud. Former Chargers wide receiver Mike Williams signed with which other AFC team this offseason?
Oh, man. Oh. Option, please.
All right, was it the New England Patriots, the New York Giants, or the New York Jets?
I have no idea, so let's go with the Jets.
Final answer?
Yes.
Thank you.
His former teammate, this is question number 3, his former teammate, Keenan Allen, also signed with a different team this offseason. Which team did Keenan Allen sign with?
Keenan Allen. Options.
Options are the Los Angeles Rams, the Detroit Lions, or the Chicago Bears.
I had the Bears in my head. I'll go with them. Bears. Final answer.
All right, Nick, question 4. Which running back did the Bears sign to a 3-year deal this offseason? Which running back did the Bears sign to a 3-year deal this offseason?
Might as well get the options on all 4 of them.
All right. Devin Singletary, Austin Eckler, or DeAndre Swift?
DeAndre Swift. Final answer.
Okay. All right, we'll bring back Carey from the Cone of Silence. Nick, how you feeling?
Not great. I have 0 idea if I got any of them right or all of them right. So we'll see how Carey does.
All right, there you go.
All right.
Carey's making his way back in from the Cone of Silence right now. He's eating something.
Yeah, he's eating something. What are you eating there, partner?
I had some grapes.
Did you? Where'd you get the grapes?
From my bag.
Oh, I didn't see you with those grapes. You certainly didn't offer anybody else any grapes.
No, you didn't.
I
don't like grapes, but you didn't know that.
I did not know that.
I like
but I know now.
What color were they?
I had red and green.
Both?
Yeah, I mixed them together. It's delightful. You got to try it. Yeah.
All right, I'll do that.
You got to try it, he says.
You got to try
Just not Carey's grapes.
Don't touch Carey's grapes.
No.
Please don't. Kind of like your headphones. Don't touch yours either.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Don't touch my ears.
Or your muff.
All right, Carey, you ready?
Yes.
Category today is football. Jamie, tell him.
Oh, you better pack a lunch, pal.
Question 1.
Pack a grape.
Which Battlehawk leads the UFL in receiving touchdowns with 3?
Options, please.
Marcel Aitman, Jake Sutherland, Darius Shepard.
Marcel Aitman. Final answer.
Okay, question 2. Former Chargers wide receiver Mike Williams signed with which other AFC team this offseason?
Oh, where did Mike Williams? Oh, New York Jets. Final answer.
Question number 3. His former teammate Keenan Allen also signed with a different team this offseason. Which team did Keenan Allen sign with?
He's with the Chicago Bears now. Showed up to Caleb Williams' pro day with a Chicago Bears hat on, I believe.
All right.
Yep.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Question 4. Which running back did the Bears sign to a 3-year deal this offseason?
DeAndre Swift. Final answer.
All right. Yeah. Let's go over these. Nick versus Carey. Steady in the Gauntlet. Which battle luck leads the UFL in receiving touchdowns with 3? Nick, you took the options. You went Jake Sutherland.
Great guy.
Friend of the show. Carey, you took the options. You went with Marcel Aitman. Correct answer is?
Marcel Aitman.
Carey up 1-0. Former Chargers wide receiver Mike Williams signed with which other AFC team this offseason? Nick, you went with the Jets. Carey, you went with the Jets. Correct answer is?
It is the New York Football Jets.
But Carey did not use the options. Carey is up 3-1. His former teammate Keenan Allen also signed with a different team this offseason. Which team did Allen sign with? Nick, you went with the Bears. Carey, you went with the Bears. Correct answer is?
Bears.
But Carey did not use the options on that one either. Carey now up 5-2. Which running back did the Bears sign a 3-year deal, or did the Bears sign to a 3-year deal this offseason? Nick, you went with DeAndre Swift. Carey, you went with DeAndre Swift. Correct answer is?
It is DeAndre Swift.
But Carey did not use the options with DeAndre Swift, making it a 7-3 score. Nick.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose. Not today.
Sorry, Nick. He got you.
Good job.
You got 3 out of 4 right, but you used the options, unfortunately.
I guess 75% correctly. It's pretty good. I was always a C student, so.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the positive in anything.
That's a great answer.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Good job, Nick.
All right, Nick, take care, buddy. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
See ya.
Take care, buddy.
Nick listening from Nashville. All the way out in Nashville.
Nashville.
We appreciate you, man.
Good job, Carey.
Thank you. Nice job, Carey.
Oh, yeah, well
Nice
done.
guy.
Way to go, Carey.
Thank you.
You just created an animal now. We'll never, ever be able to change this. Dang it.
Marsh and Carey, newfound wrestling fans.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they are loving it.
Monday night?
Team champions.
Yeah.
Got Monday Night Raw. What's the other one?
Friday Night SmackDown.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
bring
boy.
the snacks.
I can just imagine what's going on here. Oh, boy.
We got to have you all come and hang out, too.
Do we?
I think we're all right. It's a fast lane on 101 ESPN. Well, we know you guys like it so much. We don't want to impede. We don't want to impede on like your thing. Yeah,
You're right. It's your thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Does it make sense to have Sonny Gray pitch in the majors on a pitch count of 65? Probably not. But Jack Flaherty, Sonny Gray didn't want to pitch in Memphis. So we'll talk about him next on 101 ESPN. Missouri Athletic Club. We're going to head down there next week. We're going to broadcast live from the downtown location of the Missouri Athletic Club for the College Basketball Writers Association's Award. We've been there for the last couple of years. Man, it's a great event. It's a great event at night. We love meeting the coaches and the players that had outstanding seasons, and we love that it's right there at the Missouri Athletic Club. The events are fantastic there. I usually work out at the West Clubhouse, but when I go downtown, a lot of times I'm going to a Cardinals game, I'll park right there at the Missouri Athletic Club. Jack Buck Grill. Sometimes, Jamie and I had lunch there last year for the Writers Association's Awards, and it's fantastic. They do everything to the nines, man. I love being a club member of the Missouri Athletic Club. Love using the West Clubhouse. Love getting the family involved. And when I get to go downtown and take part in events like the ones we're going to be next week, I'm excited for it. Missouri Athletic Club. It's Miami C. Could it be a problem that Sonny Gray is on a pitch count of 65 or 70 pitches tonight as he takes on the Phillies? It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Now, I was joking around. I was being facetious.
Not you.
Jack Flaherty starting tonight. Reason I said that, as most Cardinals fans know, when the Cardinals wanted Jack Flaherty to go down for another rehab start a couple of years ago, Jack said, hey, I want those pitches to be made in St. Louis. You sons of... And I agreed with him. I said, why not? Yeah. It was a disaster. He didn't pitch well. Got hurt, I think, the following week.
It was...
it wasn't great. Not great at all. So Sonny Gray...
No, not even close.
Sonny Gray, similar situation. I think the Cardinals would have preferred him to make another start in Memphis to build up his pitch count. But Sonny Gray said we talked through it, and as long as it worked out where it didn't feel like we were going to put too much stress on the bullpen, I wasn't going to put this team in a bad spot by maybe only having 60 to 70 pitches. Not the same situation. You do have Zach Thompson. Zach Thompson exits the starting rotation. It would have been his turn to start tonight had Sonny Gray not come off the injured list. You could go to Zach Thompson for a couple of innings. He's still stretched out if you need him. So... Not the same situation. I think it'll be fine. I don't think you're going to tax your bullpen tonight. Your thoughts, guys?
Well, so let's see here. What's the average pitch per inning? What, 12?
You want to be about 20 or under.
Okay, so we're going to look to get 4 innings-ish from Sonny Gray.
Yeah.
What happens if Zach Thompson comes into the game and that blows up in a hurry?
Oh, you're in trouble.
You can go to Liberatore, I guess. He only had how many pitches yesterday?
18.
So I was telling Marshy this earlier in the office. I'm like, Liberatore having been a starter, like he's still stretched out. Like not as a starter, but he could still give you a couple
give you 2 innings.
Yeah. He should be able to give you more than 2 innings. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
In theory, he should be able to still give you more. So I guess you have that as well, but I don't know, man.
What you want to avoid is just the disaster of Sonny Gray having to come out in like the first inning. That would be really worst case scenario.
His Cardinals debut at Busch Stadium. Boy, oh boy.
Remember John Lester's debut at Busch Stadium?
You barely do.
I barely do. I was ham-sauced. But I do remember a lot of booing from the Cardinals fans.
Well, John Lester,
rightfully so.
See, in fairness to John Lester, he thought it was batting practice.
I don't think he did, Jamie.
He must have.
It was an opposing team.
I thought you were going to say, in fairness to John Lester, it was the Braves. But you went in a completely different route.
Well, it just seemed like batting practice.
Yeah, it sure did.
The Braves felt like they had extended batting practice that night. Now,
Anthony, I know you were particularly thrilled that night.
The Braves fan that he is?
Well, they look good, don't they, boys? Kind of like my UConn Huskies.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, just running through things.
The Chiefs.
Sure. Yeah. Carey, any concerns with Sonny Gray tonight?
You know what? I'm going to take the same approach I took for the starters to start the season off. The other starters. I'm going to say, let's see how it goes. And if it looks good, give me a couple of starts. I want to see as long as he's not putting himself in risk for injuring himself even more. But I was in the same mindset. If you were going to go down to Memphis and pitch, why not just pitch in the big leagues? If you are ready to rev up and really be ready to go as you would have had to in Memphis, then why waste those pitches? Why waste that opportunity when it could be here? And there are 2 sides to it, right? Maybe there's some polishing up that needs to be done because you haven't pitched in a while, but he's been in the league for a long time. He understands what this moment is. He understands who he is and what the expectations are for him specifically coming into this season and getting his first start in the Cardinals uniform. So
where do they play next?
The
next series, where are they? Are they home again? Or they must be hitting the road.
They're probably back on the road.
So here's my thought.
Yeah, they go to Arizona.
Arizona and Oakland.
Arizona would have been my choice to give Sonny Gray his first start. Give him a little more time.
I would say Oakland would be a better.
Whatever. But
his former team.
But against a team on the road, I don't want him coming off an injury. Maybe he's not 100%. Maybe he's not perfect. He is your big signing of the offseason. Start that guy on the road. And that way there's not the pressure of playing your first game at Busch Stadium. There's not the pressure of battling through an injury. And then what if it does go sideways? Now you don't have all the fans all crazy and I don't know. To me, it would have been a road start to get his feet wet again and get him going.
Sure. It's fine.
I think my concern, I don't know if it's with Sonny Gray as much as it is with Zach Thompson if he does come in, because the first 2 innings that he pitches, in each inning he has a 9 ERA in those 2 starts. So what does he look like coming out of the pen? Now it could be different.
What did you say?
In the 3rd inning.
Exactly. Yeah,
He'll be in the 3rd inning.
You're not even making sense right now. So he struggles in the 1st inning, is what you're telling me.
His first inning.
No.
The
first inning.
Okay,
it's different, man.
Okay, what inning do you think he'll come in tonight?
Oh, you got him over there?
You want him?
Yeah.
Hey, what inning? Oh, jeez.
Cardinals red glasses on.
You know what's interesting about Marsh? He presents a problem, right? Well, here at Cardinals LLC, we present solutions.
Yeah.
We know that we got the data. Okay? We got all kinds of data. Okay? We also know that Sonny Gray Zach Thompson, no relation to Brad Thompson, is struggling in the 1st inning. So what did we do?
First 2 innings.
What did we do? We activated Sonny Gray.
There you go.
Okay.
On his day.
He's gonna take the first 2 innings tonight. At least.
Yep.
He may pitch a perfect game, only needing 65 pitches to do so. Don't check the math on that.
That's a video game
all adds up, okay?
There's some first pitch swinging going on here.
Seriously.
We eliminate the first 2 innings for Zach Thompson. 1st and 2nd innings, we just throw those out. He comes in the 3rd if need be.
Okay.
And he dominates faces.
There you go.
Okay, so
We've already thought about this.
His 3rd inning, 0 ERA.
There you go. Now
look at. Did I tell you the data?
What about the 4th?
If we need to go to the 4th, I'll look at the data. But I just know he's dominant in the 3rd.
You don't need to look at the data. I have it right in front of me.
What do you got?
Oh, I got an 18 ERA.
That's why he's only pitching the 3rd. All right.
Oh boy.
What about the 5th inning? Can I get that one?
No, we get to 0.
Yeah. Bring him in the 5th.
Typically doesn't get to the 5th.
No, it works like that.
That's why it's 0.
Typically doesn't get to the 5th.
They brought it.
So.
I mean, in the spring training, they were able to take him out and bring him back in. So no same rules.
No.
Okay.
Not in the regular season.
I saw Libertor do that earlier.
It's going to be
training.
no. That's the regular season.
Okay,
it's going to be fine. Yeah.
Checking.
So, Marsh, I don't. Do you have any other questions? I guess.
I mean, even if I did, I think you'd probably just do your best to give me the statistics or the data, and then work your way around it.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Man, you would fit right in with them.
With the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Every baseball team's got the data. I'd fit in well with all the
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
All right,
talking about how good you are with your words.
Yeah, thank you.
He's a wordsmith.
Darn right I am. Zach Wheeler versus Sonny Gray tonight, 6:45. You think there were more people at the ballpark tonight?
Yeah,
no solar eclipse,
no traffic. Get down the highway. No issues, right?
I mean, 6:45 start time, so
right after work.
The kids will be fine.
They're out of school, probably.
I mean, it's not too late.
Let's say Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
What's going on Tuesday?
No college basketball is done. Football is not happening. You got hockey. The Blues are off tonight. They don't have a game.
It's a main show.
Gosh.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things.
I hope not.
Jamie sits here in his dirt cheap t-shirt, not a suit.
No, exactly.
Jamie's like, let's get dirty.
There you go.
Yep.
It has happened.
It has
The
happened
schedules
before.
have been mixed up. Yep.
Jamie, you close? What do you mean?
I'm at home.
I'm at home.
Just woke up from a nap. What are you guys doing?
Charles.
Yeah. Well, you're working tonight. I am. Yeah, did you not see schedule? Like, there's 3 different schedules because of all the changes.
Which one am I on?
Well, check this one. And I had to call my buddy who's a cop, remain nameless.
Yeah.
I said, hey, if you hear about a black pickup truck exceeding the speed limit on Highway 40,
let it go.
Radio them and tell them, let that man go. I end up getting to the game. I missed the pregame show. Panger stepped up, Andy Strickland. They all did a great job.
Nice.
But I was there for puck drop.
There you go.
Were you listening on the way in?
Oh, yeah.
To know where you were, to know exactly how much.
Yeah. And I just kept that thing pinned. Thank goodness I had gas in the tank.
There you go. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We do have Joe Vitale that's going to join us at the 4:45 slot. Are You Sold is next, though. So if you have an Are You Sold statement, 314-399-9646. We'll play that next on 101 ESPN.
Cheap, fun. Let's get dirty. Cinco de Mayo, right around the corner, and my friends over at Dirt Cheap, they've got you covered. Whatever you're looking to bring to the party or have the party at your home, they've got you. Whether it's Modelo, Corona, maybe you want that pre-made margarita, you can buy that, or you want to make your own. They got the sour mix, they got the tequilas available, they have all the stuff that you need. They've even got the little things of salt where you dip the glass in, nice salted margarita, all of that available over at Dirt Cheap. Alongside that, they've got any of your favorite beers, they've got all your favorite wines, certainly your flavored vodkas and your bourbons. The bourbon list is fantastic. As you know, it's a personal favorite of mine. What's a new favorite of mine, too, is the Dirt Cheap app. It is incredible. Super easy. Just download it, and it's so easy to navigate through it. They've got other specials available on there. They've got clubs you can be a part of. There's raffles that are coming up that you can look into, and it really is amazing. And not only can you see everything that's in the Dirt Cheap locations, you can order it and have it delivered to your home now via the app. So please check it out. Download the app. You'll thank me later for it. Or stop by any of the locations. They're going to take great care of you there as well. And remember to have fun, but be careful out there.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals take on the Phillies tonight. Sonny Gray will go up against Zach Wheeler as the Cards look to win Game 2 of this series. They lost last night 5-3 in extra innings. First pitch tonight is at 6:45. Joe Vitale will join us here in about 10 to 15 minutes, so stay tuned for that. The Blues will be back in action tomorrow, taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Pre-game starts at 6 o'clock. Puck drop is at 7. But coming up next, we have Are You Sold? So if you have an Are You Sold statement you want to send our way, do so using the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. Are You Sold? Coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff. Funny roads and shop 24/7 at londoff.com and londoffautoplex.com. Are you kidding me?
Play Are You Sold in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. This is where you give us a statement and we discuss whether or not we're sold on it. Pretty easy concept, right, boys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Good energy.
We didn't know if you were serious or not.
Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes.
Am I ever?
And quite honestly, Carey told me earlier today, he's like, doesn't really pay attention when you're talking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't pay attention when you're talking at the end of segments. Therefore, I don't know what's coming up next segment.
Jamie's got that same issue. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Marsh.
Maybe that's why you keep calling Carey Jamie.
Yes.
Probably.
That's probably
Reminds
why.
me a lot.
Every day you're not here, he calls me
I can
Jamie.
totally see why.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, we're two handsome fellas.
Two handsome guys,
that's right.
former athletes.
Clearly.
Don't pay attention to me. Things like that.
A lot of similarities.
Yep. For the 636, Are You Sold? Goldie Arenado, Nolan Arenado, and Jordan Walker finish under 20 home runs each.
I'm not sold on that.
I'm sold on Walker not hitting 20.
Yeah, I am too.
Think he's going to hit 10 at this point, do you?
Nope.
I don't think
He's going to figure
He'll
it
hit
out.
like 14. Remember me saying that.
He hit 16 last year in like, how many games? 100?
Yeah,
I think 116, 100 something.
Let me tell you.
I think he'll get over.
Let me tell you something.
I think he'll get over. I mean, the entire lineup is not hitting the ball well right now. They got 8 home runs as a
Ivan
team.
Herrera.
Yeah, he's playing.
Let's see here. Jordan Walker. He had 16 home runs in 117 games.
There you go.
16 home
I think
runs.
he gets 14 this year.
Oh, wow. He's going to go down? Numbers? Yep. Okay, I don't agree.
But I think he gets 15 home runs.
That's not great either.
No.
This is a this is a genuine question.
Yeah.
Are you concerned that Mason Wynn is hitting better than Jordan Walker?
Absolutely.
No.
What? You have to be concerned.
He's not hitting.
Mason Wynn, young player.
He's not hitting for power.
No, but
he's making contact. Jordan Walker is not right now.
Here's where my brain goes with this. When I hear that question, it shouldn't be a question. Jordan Walker, it should not be a discussion. Mason Wynn was like, hey, whatever you get from him offensively, I mean, it doesn't matter. Defensively, you're not saying that because Jordan Walker has to give you offense because he ain't giving you Gold Glove.
Is Mason Walker hitting better than Nolan Gorman?
We have Mason Walker and Paul Gorman on our team.
You called him Mason Walker.
Did I call him Mason Walker?
Yeah. No. Carey called him Mason Walker. Earlier today, so he just combined Walker and Wynn. I combined Gorman and Goldschmidt earlier. We're doing well today. We're hitting the ball. We're seeing the ball as well as the Cardinals are right now.
Is Mason Wynn hitting better than Nolan Gorman?
Maybe his average, but Gorman still has dingers.
He's got 2. He's hitting better than Nolan Arenado.
Who, Mason Wynn?
Yeah.
No, he's not, actually.
Nah, I think so.
Arenado's been on base for 8 games in a row.
Yeah, but his average is higher. Neither of them have a home run.
Let's go to the old WRC Plus, shall we?
But you're proving my point for me right now.
Well, I'm saying he's hitting better than
everybody.
I agree.
That's the problem I have.
Yeah, you're right now.
WRC Plus. That sounds like a battery, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Mason Walker.
It's Anthony's favorite.
It is my favorite statistic.
Because it takes in the ballpark and
takes the account for the ballpark. Yeah. And it's Jamie. It's a perfect statistic because it basically
hit us with the data.
Factors in
Hit us with the data.
how good you are at creating runs for your team.
Yeah.
Run more runs. If you score more runs than the other team, you're going to win.
Yeah.
With that being said, Wilson Contreras, 165 WRC+.
What's league average?
100.
He needs to play every
Brendan
day.
Donovan, 152.
It's pretty good.
These guys are crushing the ball.
These guys are in first place.
Ivan Herrera, 124.
Really good.
Take it.
Michael Superbad Sierra Ciani, 112. Mason Wynn, 103. Then everybody else well below average.
There you go.
Gorman, 82. Brandon Crawford, not a full-time player, 80. Paul Goldschmidt, 71. Matt Carpenter, 68. Nolan Arenado, 64. Jordan Walker, 53. Wow. 53. Brandon Crawford right now in his limited time doing a better job of creating runs than Jordan Walker. Alec Burleson, 25. Victor Scott, -9. I've never seen a -9. I've never seen a minus.
So I asked that. I said that earlier today.
Yeah.
Save it.
Okay.
Boy.
Yeah, we're going to have to get into that.
Yeah.
I thought it was bad. I didn't think it was that bad. I've never seen a negative number in WRC+. Now, it is early in the year, so that factors in, but a -9. Basically,
good
somebody
golf score.
Basically, somebody who
that is.
who's
I take
dead
that.
has been better at creating runs than Victor Scott for the Cardinals this
That's
year.
a horrible attitude, Anthony.
I don't think that's
Very true, but
I don't think that's
Come
ideal.
on.
it's certainly not ideal.
No.
Good speed, though. Good speed.
Great defense. Great defense.
Great speed. Marsh, you got another Are You Sold?
Yeah, from the 636, which Are You Sold do you believe? I like this one. The offense, the Cardinals offense, of course. We're not talking about the Blues offense. The offense will average 4 runs per game this season.
No.
The starting pitching will perform as the front office believes all season.
I'll go with the second one because the front office can tell itself a bunch of lies. Yeah, they did pretty well. So I'll go with that one. More
I'll
subjective.
go with that one as well. That first one, 4 runs a game is
no chance.
No chance.
Hey, they're struggling.
4 runs against?
No, 4 against.
No.
You can.
I'd take that bet.
Yeah. So Cardinals right now averaging 4.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Over the last 3, they're only averaging 3 though. Yeah.
It's a whole one worse.
You know, they did average 4.4 runs per game last year, so.
How was the pitching, though?
Not great.
So they should be much better. Pitching is better, right? See that guy, Sonny Gray, go tonight. It's going to be amazing.
Marsh, you got anything else?
Yeah, so we usually like to, compare young players to all-stars or Hall of Famers. Like, for instance, you said that Tink Kentz was the next Pedro Martinez.
Absolutely.
Some people were comparing Jordan Walker to Albert Pujols.
That was
about a year ago.
No, that wasn't.
I think I heard that.
Oh, that was Carey.
Here.
Nah, I wasn't here yet.
So, from the
Opening
636,
drive, Carey.
Stan Musial didn't, and we all know who Stan the Man is. Stan Musial didn't hit 20 or more home runs until his 6th year. Walker will be okay. Jordan Walker, next Stan Musial.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I
just
like
gotta
that.
be patient.
I feel better now.
We just got to be patient.
We have the next Pedro Martinez and the next Stan the Man. I feel pretty good about this, boys. Yeah, and the next Ricky Henderson.
Got to get on base.
From a speed standpoint.
I was going to say.
Right, Jamie?
Ricky had some pop.
Yes, he did.
Victor got some pop. He just,
Does he?
Yeah, he's in it.
He can. If he gets a hold of it, he can.
Soda pop.
You can say that about any player.
On.
He got a little pop in his swing.
Once a year.
Right. He's a big leaguer.
Come on.
Ish.
Can I change my pick for a home run? I'm going to go Victor. Too late? Okay.
Too late.
Don't worry about it.
Take care.
It's fine.
Who do you have? Alec Burleson?
No,
that's me.
That's him. I don't know who I got.
He's got the...
I got Goldie.
You do have Burleson.
No, that was yesterday. You got Burley.
I got the wrong page.
You have
Hang on, I got
Burleson.
the wrong line up here.
I feel like we're being real
I have
negative right
Burleson.
now.
Yeah, we are. We're
He's
being
got
real
Goldie.
Yeah.
Cardinals going to win tonight.
Well, this is what's going to happen. It's an early game tomorrow, so they're probably going to win tonight.
Absolutely.
Give us an opportunity to talk some nice things about them.
No doubt.
It's an early game, so they'll probably probably lose that one, and we won't be able to.
Now, Marsh, you just took it down a negative road, and I'm not going to allow you to do that any further, okay?
Well, let's talk about the Blues.
Cardinals going to win tonight. Blues going to win tomorrow night against the Blackhawks.
Yes, they are.
And we'll talk about all things Blues with Joe Vitale next on 101 ESPN.
Hey, it's Carey, and it's spring cleaning time at Window Nation. If your windows are cracked, leaking, maybe they won't open or stay open, now is the time to call Window Nation. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, plus 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months. Also, you can get a pair of St. Louis Cardinal tickets with a purchase of a house of windows. It's really simple. Just call 866-90-NATION or go online at windownation.com. Window Nation can install your new windows in 1 day or less and give you a lifetime warranty, which comes with Window Nation windows. With proven quality and service, it's no wonder that thousands of homeowners have trusted Window Nation for their homes, and you can too. You can get a free, no obligation quote now. Just call 866-90-NATION. Again, that's 2 free windows with every 2 you buy, 0 interest, 0 down, make 0 payments for 24 months. If you finally had enough of the frigid drafts or the moisture coming in through your windows, you need to call them, get those new windows. If your high heating and cooling bills are driving you crazy, Window Nation windows can get you together in no time. Again, that's 866-90-NATION or go online at windownation.com.
Vitale views things a little differently. Just imagine how he looks at hockey. Whoa! This is The View from Vitale, brought to you by Scott Lee Heating Company, a proud Mitsubishi Electric Elite contractor.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Jamie Rivers, Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh. Let's head to our 101 ESPN celebrity line. Joe Vitale joins us right now. Joe, got a couple of nights off here. It's kind of nice before the Blues take on the Blackhawks. How are you?
Hey, boys, doing great. Yeah, nights off from work. Never a night off, as you guys know, with the little ones over here at CBC Park. My son's got a lacrosse game. Big tilt against Kirkwood, so we're pumped up for this one.
There you go. Nice, Joe. Good. Good luck to them. For sure. Joe, obviously the odds continue to be stacked against the Blues. How would you assess the job done by Drew Bannister, given everything that he took over, the fact that he's taken over a team that was struggling, he's taken over for Craig Berube. Overall, how would you assess the job that he's done?
Well, I mean, listen, if I had to give a grading scale, if that's what you're asking for, whether you're not asking, I mean, to me, it's an A. I think all things considering, I think he's done a phenomenal job. He's put this team in meaningful hockey in March. I know it's pretty slim right now, but up until about a week ago, this team is playing very meaningful hockey. So, you consider that with how bad the Blues were at the beginning of the year. You looked at how he improved the power play. That was the big thing. Craig Berube couldn't seem to get the power play going. Drew Bannister has done that. And quite frankly, Stals, I think the big picture is he took over for a legend. I mean, when Craig Berube lost his job, you heard the outcry from the city. It was disappointing. And anyone who comes in to replace Craig Berube, it's big shoes to fill. And I think all things considering, like I mentioned, the playoff hockey, the meaningful hockey down the stretch, improved the power play, got this team a really nice home record as well. I think all things considering, I think he's done very, very well for himself.
Joe, the rest of the way here for the Blues, obviously it's an uphill battle. We all know that. Mathematically, is there a chance? Yeah, of course there is. But for you personally, what would you like to see from this team headed down the stretch?
You just compete, Rivs. I mean, individual compete. This is an individual evaluation for a lot of players. And, you talk about the young players. I mean, that's the clear and obvious one. Zachary Dean, has Doug Armstrong seen enough out of him to kind of give him a pencil mark on that fourth line or third line next year? I don't think so. On the flip side, Zachary Bolduc, I think he's given enough to show that this kid is going to be fighting for a playoff spot next year. Matthew Kessel, individual evaluation for him. Can he be a top four? Can he be a top pair guy? Can he give Doug Armstrong the flexibility to end up losing a veteran player that you have on the back end because Matthew Kessel can really fill that role. So lots of individual, evaluations down the stretch is certainly going to be key. But I'm more interested in the individual evaluation of certain players, of looking like even a Robert Thomas. I know it sounds crazy. Sixth season, what do you mean evaluation? Don't we know what he is? Yeah, we know what he is. Of course, the second Blue in the last 20 years to pass that 80-point threshold. We get all that, but I think that they're looking for something else for Robert. They're looking for a leadership role. They're going to see how these last handful of games go down the stretch. They're going to watch him on the bench. They're going to be talking to the coaches. What's his disposition? What's his attitude like when the game's up, when the game's down? Because this is the future of your franchise, alongside with Jordan Kyrou, clearly. So, yeah, I think that even veteran players, they're going to be keeping a close eye on. They're going to kind of see what we have here.
Joey, whether this team makes it to the playoffs or not, obviously there are going to be some changes next year. If I were to give you one thing, it could be a person, it could be a position, or just one thing that you think this team needs to have for 24-25, what would that thing be?
Man, I would say like a really solid mobile defenseman, Carey. I think if you ask, different Blues fans and personnel, everyone's going to tell you something different. More secondary scoring, maybe a third line center, fourth line with identity. I think the only clear thing is that we don't need is goaltending. I mean, that's clear across the board. I mean, the goaltending is probably the best, I think, a goaltending AB tandem you're going to see in the National Hockey League. But, to me, a mobile defenseman. The Cale Makars are rare. You're not going to get a Roman Josi. Can Matthew Kessel be that? I think that, imagine a Torrey Krug with, maybe another 3 or 4 inches that can play like a Fox type of game. So I just think that, you look at this team, you look at how they performed this year. One area that's kind of a sore thumb that not a lot of people are talking about, but I was talking to a couple of the players about this on the flight the other day, but the scoring from the defense. I mean, and that's where I bring up a mobile defenseman, someone who can join the rush, someone that could be active. Scott Kurnovich, for example, he's certainly a power play guy, but, still has 0 goals in his career in the National Hockey League level. So I think they just need a little bit more. I think they need someone that can jump in the rush, that can be an offensive threat from the back end. Because one thing is definitely clear when you look at the analytics and statistics of this team, they have not had a lot of scoring from the back end.
Joe Vitale joins us right now on the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. Jamie said in one of the breaks that Binnington might be drawing some votes here for the Vezina Trophy, and typically you don't see that on a non-contender team, certainly that's going to miss the playoffs. That would be a huge indication, Joe, that Binnington is drawing league-wide attention for the job that he's done, despite the fact that the Blues are on the outside looking in, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. And that's unfortunate. And, I was talking to Davey Alexander about this a few weeks ago when we were in Ottawa. But, there was a lot of analytics out there with the high danger areas and the backdoor chances. Analytically at the time, Jacob Markstrom and Jordan Binnington were actually two of the top goaltenders in those departments. You look at goaltenders like a Connor Hellebuck, even a UC Saros, both goaltenders in their own right, play a lot of games, log a lot of minutes, have good goals against. They're on very defensively structured teams, and that's the luxury of them, and that's part of the luxury of getting the Vezina is having wins and putting your team in a playoff position. So it is unfortunate for Jordan. It's very unfortunate because the caliber of a year he's had, the explosiveness, the lateral saves he's made, he's really dedicated his body over the last summer to become more elite of a goaltender. And I think we're seeing that. So I really think that it's unfortunate the team has put themselves in this position because it could be a really good individual award for him. And, you mentioned Jordan, and I think that the one thing that continues to be impressive about him is even though the last 2 seasons, team-wide hasn't been what he's hoped for, look at his attitude. Look at how he continues to show up every single night. I was watching an Anaheim Ducks team the other day, and it reminded me of John Gibson, although we're not in the lineup. But this is a goaltender who's clearly is licking his wounds from being a part of the Anaheim franchise for as long as he has, because he's a great goaltender in his own right, but he's been a part of really bad teams, and you're starting to see how his attitude has certainly dropped, and he's gotten more and more negative, and it's really starting to kind of compile on John Gibson. So for Binnington to continue to keep his focus and his mental edge throughout this team, throughout their defensive struggles, is another thing when you talk about the character of this goalie.
Joe, you mentioned earlier Zach Bolduc, and you being a former forward and a young guy coming in the NHL, albeit role was slightly different than Zach Bolduc, but you played alongside some really great young players in Pittsburgh when you came in the league. Watching him start his first handful of games and to where he is right now, the last couple of games, what have you noticed from him?
I think Zachary's gotten more and more comfortable. You watch him Jamie, you see him on the planes, you see him around the team. I think that really for a young player to evolve in this game, it's just about as quickly as you can get comfortable the quickest, right? I mean, you talked about the struggles of Zachary Dean in the minors. I remember his comment was, I just needed more reps. I needed to get used to it. It's the small things, right? It's always the little things. When you get to a new city, where's the grocery store? Where's the Starbucks? Where's my routine? What is the home buildings like? What are all the away buildings like? It's just about getting used to it. When you get around the league, when you go around the league once or twice, then you start to kind of get more and more comfortable, I think, which is something I think that is going to continue to evolve in his game. But I just think it's just that comfort level. I mean, hockey is a funny sport. There are hundreds of players in the American Hockey League that, given the right opportunity and a coach that likes them, can survive in the National Hockey League. I mean, it is just that close. The margin of error is so finite, and that's where it's really a player that gets the opportunity and gets comfortable the quickest is going to eventually evolve into this league. And I think for Zachary Bolduc, he's been given the opportunity, but you got to give the kid some credit. He's taken a lot on his shoulders, and he's actually delivered through the opportunity. Scoring his third goal the other day, I continue to be impressed with his release. He's got a quick little shot, and he's not afraid to shoot it. Jamie, as you know, too, for a young player, I remember a lot of young players playing with Sidney Crosby getting called up. They were just full of fear because you think you just got to get him the puck, and it's not easy for him. He's playing with Robert Thomas. He's playing with, the Jordan Kyrous, and instead of dishing it off, he's taken a lot of courage upon himself to say, hey, I get the puck in this area. I'm going to shoot the puck, which you got to give him a lot of credit.
Joe, you talk about being comfortable. One of those young players that has looked comfortable pretty much all season is Matthew Kessel. What have you seen from him, and what do you think about him getting his first goal as a professional player?
Yeah, Carey. I mean, he's a pro. He was a pro from when he stepped in. He was a player that got the edge. Unfortunately, or actually, I should say Tyler Tucker took the edge on him at training camp. Matthew Kessel was right there till the end. He was going to be the first call up. They call him up around Christmas, and it was going to be a big test for him because he gets called up, and the Blues are on the road against the Pittsburgh Penguins and a couple Hall of Famers. Then he comes home, and he faces off against Nathan McKinnon. He's not playing bottom pair minutes. He was playing with Torrey Krug. Keep that in mind, too. So he's going out against some of the league's best, and I think he delivered. And I think that you look at his body, you look at the way he approaches the game, you look at his consistency, everything about him. He takes his career very, very seriously. I think that he's got this ability to be very stoic. I think that you're around him more and more. You start to see the team, and everyone's kind of poking fun at him. We were in Ottawa, and someone joked that, like, come on, Cass, at least have a burger today. And he was like, no, I got to treat my body right. So you can tell that the team's already kind of, getting his character, and they're kind of nudging, giving him some fun and poking around at him because he does take his body and he takes his mind and he takes his professional career very seriously. And for Doug Armstrong, you got to love it. I mean, you have to appreciate it. You're seeing how it converts on the game. I think the way he is mobile, the way he can shoot, you're happy that he's got his first career goal. But the one area that they absolutely love about him, and it's probably his most important trait, is his ability to take the rush. I mean, this game's getting faster, it's getting quicker, it's getting more skilled every single year. And the rush attack is something the Blues have struggled with at defending over the last couple of years. But Matthew Kessel has got such a great gap. He's got a lot of confidence when he gets up on the neutral zone to take that rush with speed. And he creates a lot of confusion. He creates a lot of offsides by just creating that confliction right at that blue line. And to me, that's a plus because this is a team that, like I said, has struggled with the rush attack against. And he's certainly a player that has helped in that area.
Joe, good stuff. Good luck to your son tonight, and we'll talk to you next week.
Hey, sounds good, boys. Always a pleasure talking to you as well, and you guys have a great week.
Same. Thanks, Joe. That's Joe Vitale here in the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. One of the things that we were discussing with the Cardinals offense is Victor Scott. And Victor Scott's struggling. He's a young player, but he is struggling. Is he a big leaguer at this point? We'll have that conversation next on 101 ESPN.
Are you in the market for replacement windows? It is that time of year. Get those windows replaced, but you have to pick the right spot. The right spot is Window World, preferred window of your St. Louis Blues. All you have to do is book an appointment. Give them a call, 314-993-1800. And one thing that you need to know about Window World is they have a double-strength glass that gives it a strength that's not commonly used in replacement windows. And there's a few things that affects. One, it's great that it's a stronger window. It doesn't break in some of the big storms that happen. You're not going to have to worry about easy breakage. The next thing is the efficiency of it. Those hot summer days when you can feel the heat coming through your window, that's not efficient. The winter days where you can feel the cold coming through your window, that's not efficient. That's why Window World has the double-strength glass to give you a better efficiency. They also offer a lifetime warranty that covers all parts, glass breakage, and labor. And they offer 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit. So all you have to do now is give them a call at 314-993-1800. Again, that number is 314-993-1800, or visit them at windowworldstlouis.com.
503, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. I don't know what you do about it now because you're still not healthy. Lars Nootbaar is still out. Tommy Edman is still out. But when everybody's healthy, we've had this conversation before. What do you do with Victor Scott? If he's still struggling, I wanted to see the Cardinals give him some runway. I wanted to see him give him more than 2 weeks. And I still want to see them give him more than 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. To assume that he was going to come up and hit 300 in his first couple of weeks, that was unrealistic. He's got to do more, though, over the next 2 weeks when guys start to get healthier again than what he has done, or else it's kind of a no-brainer. You got to send him down so that he can see regular AAA pitching again, get his confidence back up, and then you can cross that bridge again. But you got to be healthy, and that you're not healthy right now. You get a depleted roster, so you're not going to do anything at this moment. But he's struggling offensively.
Yeah, look, there comes a time and a point where it's detrimental to the player.
Yeah.
And look, I love the story of Victor Scott as much as anybody. His speed plays no matter what. His defense is elite. But you got to give something at the plate. And you said, I didn't expect him to hit 300. Well, all right, but he's not even hitting 100 at this point, which is problematic. And I'm not being snarky at all. I feel bad for the kid because obviously he wants to perform at the major league level, and he's not right now. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but has he even played AAA baseball yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was AA.
I don't think he has.
I don't think he's played AAA ball yet.
I know Jordan Walker has, but he skipped too. Victor Scott did too.
Victor Scott went from AA to.
So he hasn't even seen AAA pitching.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's a big jump. And he was able to make that big jump because of how fast he is and how good he is defensively, and how he showed in spring training. When the Cardinals saw that speed and that defense,
right. My bad.
It's okay. And they saw the speed and the defense. Well, they loved it. And then when the injuries hit, they needed it.
Mm-hmm.
But when Lars comes back, he's got to go down. He has to. Or again, like I said, Carey, it becomes detrimental to the player, which ultimately becomes detrimental to the team long term.
So when Lars comes back, you're putting him in center field. Because who the heck else is going to play it? Donnie is not playing.
Lars has played a lot of center field.
Yeah, but he's not as proficient as Victor Scott is.
No, but he's way better at the plate.
He is. But you got this team has more problems than whether it's not just one or the other. They have a multitude of problems. They have a fielding problem if Victor Scott is not in there, and then they will have a hitting problem if he is. So
I think the difference, though, honestly, I think the gap between Victor Scott and Lars Nootbaar defensively is not nearly as close to as big of the gap as it is offensively.
Right.
Yeah, right. Lars can play center field. So you're right.
What about Ciani? This guy's really good defensively. Has he played center field?
He's not been hitting.
He can't
He's not hitting either?
Yeah,
No.
it's Lars.
He's batting 173.
Yeah. Again, you're
disgusting.
You're just trying to make do while the injuries are here. You got Dylan Carlson at some point coming back, and you got Lars coming back at some point. When those two guys are back, Super Bad. Our guy Superbad and Victor Scott are both down.
Here's the thing.
And those two guys are up.
And, they said Herrera, but actually, Wilson Contreras can probably play center field. They were going to put him in the outfield last year. And so when you think about it, you want Herrera to play every day.
Yeah.
And you want Wilson to play every day. Right?
Come on.
Right? Yeah. Why not?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, Carey.
They do have they will have an issue, though.
It's going to be an issue.
If both of them are hitting the ball, they will have an issue figuring out.
Herrera and Contreras?
Yes.
There's no issue.
Guys,
they both play.
Okay,
if they're
but
both
then
hitting,
who's not? What are you playing other players?
Listen to what you're saying right now.
No, we're not talking center field. We're just saying in general.
I know. I'm past that. But listen to what you're saying right now. Well, if they keep hitting, we got a big problem. No, we don't. We don't have anybody else hitting.
I know that sounds.
You're talking
ridiculous.
about Herrera and Contreras?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that this whole thing is being over. I'm not saying you're doing it. I think that this whole thing is being overblown. Where
I keep a third catcher.
They got a million position players, Anthony, that they don't want to trade. They want to play.
Hey, I've heard it in other shows too. They're like, "What do? You got a catcher and a DH. If one gets hurt, you have the pitchers bat until the end of the game, and then the next day you don't."
I'm not even talking about that.
Inning. We're just saying in general.
What are you talking about?
Lineup construction. Where are you putting certain guys in the
who's
lineup?
Not playing?
Who are you worried about? Who are you worried about removing at this point?
I'm saying when everyone is healthy, and they come back, and you have once again we have a log jam in the outfield.
Sure.
You know,
so let's talk about this overall, then, right?
Because I think I agree, and can I explain it a little bit further?
Yes.
Because when Newt Barr comes back, and I don't know if Dylan Carlson, I don't know if they decide to send.
We
Victor
keep
Scott
forgetting
down.
about Dylan Carlson.
And Dylan Carlson,
He's a fourth
probably
outfielder.
a fourth outfielder. But if Newt Barr is here and they decide to keep Victor Scott in center field, where's but let's say we don't know, but let's say they do. Where's Donovan going to play? Because now you took away a DH spot because you're saying both catchers are in the lineup every night.
But you remove it. You have to. So you're saying Newt and Carlson are back, right?
I'm saying Victor Scott stays in center, and you're telling me, and I'm just saying for just to give you an idea. Victor Scott stays in center. Lars Nootbaar is your left fielder. You don't have a DH now because both of your catchers are either catching or playing DH. You're losing. It's going to be a difficult decision.
Losing Brendan Donovan,
but you have to make a roster move anyways. So when Lars comes back, you also have to send somebody down.
Yeah, but it won't be anybody that's going to interfere with your lineup.
Right. It'll be super bad, right? When Dylan Carlson comes back, it's going to be Victor Scott. You can't have somebody that's hitting 100.
What Carey's saying, so let's see beyond the injuries and the guys coming back. What Carey's saying is that when you do get everybody back, and
well, he doesn't care because he thinks Dylan Carlson is a bench player.
But either way,
he's the fourth outfit. The Cardinals told us as much.
Hear me out.
Sure.
Contreras and Herrera are continuing to hit.
Right.
Okay. But now you won't play either of them in the outfield. So you have to fill your outfield with players.
Right.
And when you do that, you're going to have certain guys, maybe a Carlson, maybe a Donovan, whoever you pick, maybe a Newt Barr on a different day, that now we're going to have to be bench players because they're not going to be able to DH because you're occupying that with one of your catchers.
Donovan will play in left.
Yeah.
Newt will be in center. Walker will be in right.
And what about when Tommy Edman comes back?
Where's Tommy Edman go?
Tommy Edman's not even close. I'm not worried about Tommy Edman right now. Tommy Edman's, they said he was going to be back for spring training. This mother bleeper might not return to the All-Star break at this point. Let's be honest about this. We can't be worried about Tommy Edman.
He just signed an extension, Anthony. Give him a little respect.
Exactly. So he'll probably be back at the All-Star break. Yeah, I know he's a good player, but if you're not around, I ain't going to worry about you at this point. Newt and Carlson are going to be back fairly soon, right? Let's say within the month they're back. Okay. Donovan in left, Newt in center, Walker out in right. Arenado, Wynn, Gorman, Goldschmidt, Herrera / Contreras, and then DH is Herrera / I am not taking my two best hitters. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, but we know what this team does, and this team likes to give guys a day off their feet. So what are you doing when Goldschmidt, Arenado need a day off their feet?
Well, Donovan can play third. You've got anybody can play first. I'm not saying anybody can play well. Burleson can play first.
So are we going to have two catchers?
First. What do you mean?
That's what the whole discussion's about.
You guys are worried about the DH spot.
He's just a question.
He wants both of them in the lineup come hell or high water.
Correct.
Yeah. Guys, this is assuming they're both still hitting when all of this goes down.
Well, they will be.
Yeah, Ivan Herrera's going to.
I believe.
If they do,
his resume tells me he'll be hitting.
Yeah. If they do, we have absolutely no problem. You're worried if you're worried about like one of the normal starters going to the bench, dude, hit. You know.
Do you think there's a play where
what am I missing?
I think you're missing.
What am I missing?
I don't feel as comfortable as you do with Newt playing center field every day.
He can play center.
I don't feel
he's a good center fielder. He's an above average defender in center field.
He's a better
He'll be fine.
left fielder than center fielder.
Sure.
Yeah, but
so I think they're going to and then you have, I don't want to say a liability, but you have a player in right field
He's a liability.
I not my words.
Mine.
Okay.
For sure.
You said it, not me.
I don't have a problem saying it.
I don't think when you have a Victor Scott out there, it takes away, it alleviates some of that stress from that, right center to center field. It takes away some of that stress that you have where Jordan Walker is running down one and damn Dylan Carlson doesn't see him coming.
Yeah.
Because Victor Scott is probably going to be there a little bit faster.
But Victor Scott's bat doesn't play.
I don't disagree with that.
I've been team defense this entire offseason. I won't back down for it. But there is an exception. When you're hitting 78, you can't beat the big league level.
Let's go one step further. Do you guys see a scenario at all where Jordan Walker gets sent down for a bit?
Yeah, when Tommy Edman months from now comes back, if Jordan Walker is struggling, then yeah, because Tommy Edman can play center field. Now we have an issue. When those three guys are back, Newt, Carlson, and Edman, now we have an issue. But Edman's...
You're kicking the can down the road on Edman.
Edman's not even has he faced live pitching yet? Dylan Carlson could make 3 more stints to the IL before Tommy Edman comes back. And was that a shot? Yeah. Stay healthy, please. Mm-hmm. But
I like the way you mix that in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Ricochet. Sorry, DC.
Yeah.
It's another one of those Raw wrestlers, Anthony Ricochet.
Was it?
I see that you're catching up with Carey and
There you go.
That was total. That was on accident right there.
Painting your face like Sting here in a little bit.
I don't think so. Nah. Nope. All right. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Should we expect the Cardinals to have the same trajectory as the Blues? Well, let's hope not for this season. We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN.
Elevate your performance with Pure Performance, your one-stop shop when it comes to all aftermarket modifications. No matter what kind of a vehicle you're driving right now, whether it's a Jeep, a Bronco, maybe a car, a pickup truck, even minivan. Pure Performance has accessories for all of those vehicles. And maybe you have a brand new vehicle and you want to jazz it up right away. Or maybe you have an older vehicle that you want to change the look to make it feel new and fresh again. Visit Pure Performance. They're over off Highway 70 in St. Peters. They have a 25,000 square foot facility with all of the accessories that you can imagine. No matter what it is, they've got you covered. When you get in there, too, please ask for Shelby. Tell Shelby that Jamie Rivers sent you in. She loves that. And also, if you're a technician right now, and maybe you're looking to join the Pure Performance team, be a part of the best crew in the city, stop by, ask for Shelby, check in there. They're looking for technicians right now, but only the best. So bring in your best resume and be ready to work over there at Pure Performance. And you can please tell them again that Jamie Rivers sent you in for that specific reason. But if you can't get there in person, please get there online. Visit them at pureperformance.com. That's pure, P-U-R, performance.com.
It's a fast lane on 101 ESPN. Will the Cardinals have a similar season to the Blues, and that things are going to be up and down, around 500? Maybe they stay into the mix, but eventually they kind of fall out of it. Jamie, what are your thoughts?
Well, the one advantage that the Cardinals have is that they play in an awful division. One of the disadvantages for the Blues is they play in one of the strongest divisions.
Anthony said that earlier. It ain't been looking terrible.
Yeah.
Well, the White Sox.
That's why
they play in a different Central. Yeah. Well, the White Sox are now up 5-0 on the Guardians. That's what I was looking at the scores. No, the Pirates blew another game today. Their closer, Bednar.
Jared Bednar.
He just blew another save. I think it's three times in the last 4 days or something like that.
He gave up 4 runs yesterday in the ninth.
He gave up.
They're starting to pirate again.
Nah.
Yeah, they gave up 3 or 4 today in the ninth. 4 in the ninth today.
That's not great.
No. So the Pirates are starting to come back to Pittsburgh type levels, but the division is still bad.
But that's my point: is the Cardinals can pretty much play 500 baseball and probably get into the playoffs. We'll see.
I don't know about that.
I don't either. I think this division's better than we think it is.
What?
The Chicago Cubs just were they played the Dodgers the last couple of days, and if I'm not mistaken, they won.
So they blew an 8-0 lead yesterday to the Padres.
That's not great. Maybe
gotta love that.
The whole division is going to have the same behavior. They don't have consistent players to give you consistent play. So you'll have one game where they beat the Dodgers. You have the next game where they blow a lead. You have another game where they lose to a crappy team. The whole division's going to be that way.
The Cubs' 3 of their last 4 games, they scored 8 runs, 9 runs, and 9 runs.
How many did they give up?
They gave up 7 and 8 and 9 in one of them. 9 and 7.
Jamie, there is a problem there.
Jamie's right. There is going to be. I think it's the division. I think the division is going to be up and down. You can't look at anybody in this division and say you do anything at an elite level. I know the Cubs have scored a lot of runs thus far. They're actually 3 runs behind the Pirates though in division. The Pirates got an extra game on them, but actually two games on them. So the Cubs offensively have been very good. But if you look at that lineup, do you think it's elite? Do you think it's top 5 in baseball? Do you think it's top 10 in baseball? Maybe top 10 in baseball when it's all said and done. Maybe. But I think Jamie's got it. You look at it, there's going to be streaks in this division where you think, oh, this one team can't lose, and then the next thing you know, they've dropped 7 in a row. This is what average is.
Do those streaks apply to the St. Louis Cardinals?
Probably, yeah.
You will see that. You'll see peaks and valleys. Now, the one thing that does concern me when I do look at this division is the Pirates, the run differential numbers. The Pirates plus 19, Brewers plus 8, the Reds plus 9, the Cubs plus 15. Yep. Your Cardinals minus 7.
Right, only team in the division with a negative.
And you have Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado on your team. What do they have?
Seiya Suzuki.
Paul Newman.
Dansby Swanson. Cody Bellinger.
Is it the pitching that's better?
Christopher Morel. The pitching for the Cubs. O'Neal Cruz. Ella De La Cruz.
Inside the park.
Here's the thing. You don't have a Cruz, and that's the problem.
We need Tony Cruz back.
You need Tony Cruz back. Yeah, that's right.
Cruz.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
He's flying up in an airplane.
Getting old, but still.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, man.
Sure.
But this is what I look at. I look at the Blues and the philosophy. We've talked about this, that the Winnipeg Jets weren't supposed to be there, and neither were the Nashville Predators. There's 2 teams right there that have jumped you. I look at this division. Right now, I'm looking at some teams that before the season started, we were thinking, they're probably going to suck. But they were all better than you last year, so we can't really talk. But I could definitely see some of these other teams starting to make waves in the division.
Yeah, it's just so tough. Look, Marsh, you might be right when it's all said and done, but we are only talking about 2 weeks of baseball. And I hate to do that because we'll get the text in too, like you guys are being too negative. You know, why don't you guys talk about something positive with the Cardinals and all that?
I refuse to.
Or why don't you see how it goes?
Let's have a glass positive. Yeah. Because I saw this last year. So if I didn't see that, like last year, I didn't talk like this because I saw a team that went to the playoffs, lost, but they went to the playoffs. They had some things going really well for them in 22. So last year, after that season, I was really excited about this Cardinals team. They gave me nothing to be excited about in 23. If you were excited about that, you're a madman or a madwoman. No offense, maybe a little, because that was not good baseball. And coming into this season, if it feels as though it's more of the same, why should anyone the numbers at the people that are showing them now? Maybe you say it was the solar eclipse, right? Maybe that was the case.
Tough to.
But I'm looking at maybe that's what it was. All right, okay, maybe we'll see tonight. If people aren't showing up, they probably are feeling the same way that we're feeling here. Talk good about what? What do you want us to speak good on? Ivan Herrera, keep playing because I love it.
Right, that's the thing.
But what else?
Yeah.
Give me something to be excited about. That's what this.
Right.
That's what sports are. You want to be excited about something. You want to trust and believe that your team is going to have success and win a championship. I don't think people feel like this is a championship team. Now, it could change.
It's not.
But the ultimate goal as a fan, Josh said something. Josh is crazy as can be, but I love him. He said something yesterday.
Josh Ennis,
Crazy
friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Comes in whenever the hell he wants to. Every night. Literally, whenever the hell he wants to. It's cool.
Yeah, but it's a safe
But he
space
said
for
something.
Josh.
He said something.
Theme song.
He said something yesterday. I think when he was on the balloon party. I think it was yesterday, or maybe it was last week. Talking about this is a team, an organization that is accustomed to winning championships. It's not about making the playoffs. It's not about having a good season. We didn't finish last, and leave that for another organization. That's what the Pirates are. That's what the Reds have been. That's what the Royals in every other year except for when they won a championship. That's the expectation for them. That's not the St. Louis Cardinals and their fans' expectations. So to sit here and say, talk positive about what? Give me something to talk positive about, and then you will hear it. But until then, we're going to say what we see, and what we see is meh.
Boy, Carey, you didn't have to yell at all of us. I mean, well said. Jeez.
Go!
Coming from the guy that said, just get in, you never know.
Right, yeah. I mean,
you never know, but you got to have an organization that puts together a team that gets in.
All I heard was they got 3 pitchers, Anthony.
He would do this. Look at him. Look.
Just get in.
That's what he'd do.
And win the damn championship.
What are you holding?
Oh, I like it. I like it. That's me. That's my shirt. Oh. That's the letters, the word. Nah,
you know what you're doing.
I hope the Cardinals...
Family show, guys.
Hey, I'm in.
Now Jamie's in.
I hope the Cardinals haven't... I hope they don't have the same attitude as us where they're like, oh, yeah, the Central sucks. We'll be fine.
They don't.
And then all...
And
then next thing you know, you're in
the
last
players
place.
don't. The front office absolutely
That's what I'm
does.
saying.
That's
the front office, front office does.
Anytime we're negative, like, yeah, it's about the players, but, like, it's mostly about the front office.
The front office tells you every time they go into the off season, they tell you exactly what they think. Well, just get in. Yeah, the division sucks. The Arizona Diamondbacks, and then we have a select group of listeners that go, "What about the Diamondbacks?" Like, really? You played the Brewers, who always get bounced in the first round, and you actually had 3 stud pitchers that shoved it up the Dodgers' yin-yang. You don't have 3 stud pitchers.
No.
You don't. You don't have Zach Gallen. You did. You don't have Merrill Kelly, and you don't have Brandon Pfaadt. So if you could tell me, you could tell me those 3 guys.
That's
Well, we are comparing the 2.
Different guy.
Brandon Saad.
Different spot. Yeah. But seriously, so if you want to throw the Diamondback thing at us, show me where your 3 young stud pitchers are, and then we can have the conversation. Arizona did just get in. You're absolutely right. They played in a stacked division. If they played in the NL Central, who knows? Maybe they ran away with it a year ago. Like, we have just clouded ourselves with the NL Central. Like, we're living in a fog because of the NL Central. I see all your faces now. You're all reading something on the sex line. Let's get out. Let's get out.
You got the same guy as me?
Probably. I think
What do we got?
Football guys?
Yeah, and a hockey guy.
Yeah, from the 314. 2 football guys and a hockey guy talking baseball is unreal, bad on ears. The text before. The Central doesn't suck. You guys suck at baseball talk. 314, let me tell you something. The Central Division does suck. It has for many years. And we may suck at baseball talk. That's fine. That's your opinion. But we don't suck as bad as the Cardinals do right now producing offense. And that's the truth. Fight me on that one.
That's really all you got? 2 football guys and a hockey guy? That's all you got?
That's high level.
You're telling us the Central's good?
Nah.
Yeah, the Central doesn't suck. Really? Have you seen the teams? Have you seen the players?
Are you looking at the? I'll give you the first 2 weeks of the season. I'll give you that, Texter. If that's what you're talking about, you got us dead to rights.
Ooh.
Have you seen the NL Central over the years?
Nah.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new age, Anthony.
For the NL Central, is that what they just said?
No, that's what I just said.
Oh, okay. Oh, man. I'm glad you said it, Marsh. Holy spit. All right. Biggest question of the day.
NL Central is the only division, I believe, with 4 teams that are in the plus and run differentials.
It's the second week of the season.
Call me in a month, Marshy.
You should take a picture of that.
Yeah.
See how it changes in
Call me in a month.
May 9th, May 15th.
Are we crazy, or is it us? It's
We
us.
are, but
It's
that's
us.
irrelevant to this process.
All right. Biggest question of the day next on 101 ESPN.
If you are looking right now to renovate your kitchen, maybe your bathroom, or the weather getting nicer, how about your outdoor space? E&B Granite is my one-stop shop for all those things. And with over 2 decades of family ownership and operation, E&B Granite is St. Louis's trusted name for all those renovations. And they are located down at 6135 Manchester Avenue. Drive down there, please. You're going to love it. You walk in, and they have a beautiful showroom with the cabinets and designs. The sales representative's going to ask you what you're trying to accomplish. And the best part about it is if it is countertops for any of those spaces, they have it on site. You can walk in the back and see all of the countertops or the slabs that are available, and that way you get a good look at what your area could look like. And the process is really easy. The technicians come out, they measure everything, they rip out all the old stuff, and when they're done with their installation, it's beautiful. You can take a picture of it and put it in a magazine. My kitchen was stunning when E&B Granite was done with it, and I want the same thing for you guys too at home. So please call them, book an appointment. Helps out for sure. That number is 314-645-9300. Again, that's 314-645-9300, or you can always visit them at enbgranite.com.
Jamie, when it comes to our guy Stewie from Stewart's American Mortgage Corporation, this is somebody that's going to save you money over the course of your loan. Buying a house, want to secure a loan, want to make sure that you get the lowest rate, but also save money up front. Maybe you want to toss some of that extra money onto the bid, or you want to create, maybe a basement or finish the basement, remodel the bathroom. Stewie can help you with his bagel loan.
Yeah, he can. And the biggest thing that I love about calling Stewie is that old school customer service. When you have a problem, Stewie wants to help you with your problem. And Stewie's going to give you information that is unprecedented. Every week, he's following everything, all the trends, so that he's able to help all of our listeners when they do call him. And the best part, too, about that old school customer service, I'm going to give you his number right now, and that's actually his number. You give him a call, and you tell him that you're listening to Anthony and Jamie, and, ask him your question. His personal cell phone number is 314-324-4440.
We'll give it to you again, 314-324-4440.
Give him a call, text, night, weekend, doesn't matter. When Stewie's our guy, he needs to be your guy. And, Anthony, what can they do if they can't remember that?
Well, remember talking about the bagel loan? Mm-hmm. Just Google the bagel loan, get the number right there from his website.
NMLS number 226715.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals take on the Phillies once again tonight as Sonny Gray takes the mound going up against Zach Wheeler. First pitch is at 6:45. The Cards looking to get back in the win column after losing last night 5-3 in extra innings. We talked with Joe Vitale earlier today. If you missed that interview, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free 101 mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. It's all brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. The Blues will be back in action tomorrow, taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. We have Beat the Streak and our biggest question of the day coming up next, so stay tuned for that. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, independent American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning dealer.
I want to hit baseballs.
All of my successes depend on me.
You're ready to hit.
The hits just keep on coming.
And his first big league hit is a bullet up the middle.
All right, time to play Beat the Streak here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. That Bryce Harper guy stinks, huh? No base hit for him last night.
Gopher. What about you? Did you get a hit yesterday, Jamie?
No.
You don't know.
No, I had... Shut your face. I don't know. I had Donovan. He sucked.
He got in there. He went over as well?
Yeah, he did.
Not great. Marsh got his, though.
I did, yes.
Marsh got his, and then Marsh got his.
Yeah. Marsh got his with Marsh.
That's right. Mm-hmm. All right, so why don't you go ahead and update us then with the order. You've been rolling.
I have. Let's see. I'm at a streak of 6. Carey has 2, Dylan has 2, and now Anthony and Jamie are back to 0.
Hey. Okay. Dylan, welcome.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Doing great, man. Nice job collecting some hits. Good for you. Man, you got the big hit, too, because you had Mason win, right?
I had.
You had Mason win.
I think I had one.
He won the first night, and then I took Turner last night.
That's right. There you go. All right.
He got on base quite a few times.
Yeah. All right, Marsh, go for it.
I'm going to go with a guy that was not in the lineup last night. Plays for the Phillies, JT Realmuto.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
All right, CD?
I'm going to go with the guy you all seem to love to hate, Nolan Arenado. Had a pretty good. He's hitting 294 against old Zach Wheeler.
Okay. Dylan.
I think I'm going to have to go back with Trey Turner tonight.
Bad selection. Even though he failed me last night, I'm going to stick with Bryce Harper.
Damn you.
I know you wanted him.
I did.
Well, he's only hitting 125 against Sonny Gray, so you can have him.
Oh, yeah, I'm not worried
Gray's
about that.
only going 3 innings, Carey. And it's a pitch count thing. I'm not crushing him, okay?
But you can't crush him yet.
He's going to be great, okay?
Yep. We expect
Cardinal
greatness.
fan. He's going to be fantastic.
He's going to
once he puts the old birds on the bat, he's going to be great,
No
okay?
fanatics, birds on the
I don't want
bat.
to hurt anybody's feelings. Yeah, with the small-ass letters on the back. Can barely read them. They're terrible. They're terrible uniforms.
Some guy ripped his pants today with the Guardians.
Sure he did.
It's hard to believe.
I'm sorry, Detroit, I think.
Sure he did. Fanatics uniforms, man. Horrible. Jamie, who would you like tonight?
Well, he went 0 for Gopher last night. I have a really hard time believing that he would go 0 for Gopher 2 games in a row. That's Brendan Dunn.
There you go. Donnie Baseball. All right. Dylan, good luck to you, man.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you, buddy.
Yep, see you guys.
All right, a very quick biggest question of the day.
It's time for the Fast Lane's biggest question of the day.
All right, so we got into this a little bit earlier. Jordan Walker not playing tonight. He's not in the lineup. Is that concerning, or are you more like, all right, yeah, he probably needs a day off?
Give him a break.
Or is it like what I said earlier? Is it a little bit concerning that one of your best young guys, at least from a on-paper standpoint, is not going up against their best pitcher?
I think both things can be true. Can I be concerned that he has started slow, Jordan Walker? Yes. Is it overall concerning that Jordan Walker through 2 weeks isn't tearing the cover off the ball and it projects to mean that he's not going to be any good? No. So give him a break. He did drive in the run last night to set the table for Mason Wynn's game-tying base hit. So he is contributing. There's been some good moments, but ultimately, you give him a night off against Zach Wheeler, I don't have a problem with that at all. Not one bit.
I don't either. Get a day, kind of reset. Hopefully, come back ready to roll.
Marsh, I think you missed a huge opportunity, my man. Huge. I thought the biggest question of the day was going to be, why are you guys so negative about the Cardinals?
Wow, that's a really good question.
That's the question.
Why are you so negative about the Cardinals, Mr. Football Guy?
Be kind.
You know, in all seriousness, we all love baseball in St. Louis, okay? And I think some people are upset with us because we're talking about their team in a negative light. And I think they want us to make them feel better about their team. I can't do that. Not when I'm watching the Dodgers play and the Braves. I consume a lot of baseball. I enjoy it. I enjoy the sport, despite what the one texter said that we all suck-ola at baseball. You've seen what good baseball looks like. If you watch other teams around the league, you're going to see your Cardinals do not compare. Until they do, we might be a little more negative than most.
And I would say they're not their Cardinals, they're our Cardinals. I love the Cardinals. I grew up a Cardinal fan, like my entire life. I would not watch game after game after game of any other team. Like, I just wouldn't. I may catch a game here and there, but I'm not going to watch 100+ games of the, I don't know, Chicago White Sox. The Guardians.
Why
not? Why the hell would I?
The White Sox.
Yeah, the Los Angeles Angels.
They won that one time.
Yeah, that one time. Yeah, it's great. But Ozzie Guillen, it was wonderful. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to hear about it. Yeah.
As a manager, too, not as a player.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Good job. Not doing it. So they're not just their Cardinals. You can be critical. Here's the thing. You can have family and love your family and tell your family the truth about themselves. And want your family to be better. I tell Jamie all the time when he's thinking it up, right? He's got things that he needs to do better. I'm like, hey, stop it.
Yeah.
He gets mad, but it's coming from a place of love.
I'm mad at myself.
There you go.
Moments,
At that moment, he says, I got to be
mature.
better.
Yeah.
You're right. I stare at myself in the mirror at night when you scold me, and I'm like, damn you, be better. Carey Davis is right. You stink.
There you go.
You know what?
There's no mirror that Jamie hasn't loved.
That's true.
Good point.
You know, Marsh often brings this up, and this rings true today. If you're texting in because you're mad at us, realize you're not mad at us.
Yeah.
You're mad at your father.
Don't hate me.
You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
You're not mad at us. You're mad at your dad.
Daddy issues can work out.
You know? So that's the thing. And here's the other thing, guys. The only thing you have to believe, I mean one thing. Are you guys listening? I'm about to say something important.
No, we're not.
First time ever. The other thing that you guys absolutely have to believe.
Great film.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Sure is.
One thing. Legends never die. Legends never die. All right?
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Fast lane. Yeah. My guy, Anthony Stalter, fired up today. You can tell he's full of energy thanks to mentality.
I went today.
You did?
Yes.
I
Go
love
down there,
going in
South
there.
County, man. They're great. They're fantastic. Jamie, you took me into Chesterfield. So you got two locations, Chesterfield and South County. You had somebody stop you at the Blues game recently and say, hey, talk to me about mentality. You guys have been talking about low testosterone, certain things, low on energy, maybe lack of focus, mental fog, whatever it may be. You want to make sure that you're at your best. You know you've got more in the tank, and it's not coming. Talk to me about mentality. Well, I had somebody reach out to me on Facebook, say, hey, what was that company you're talking about? It's mentality. Jamie, I know it's worked wonders for both of us.
Yeah, it's amazing what goes on over there. And the best part is to just go visit them. Walk in, tell them that Anthony and Jamie sent you. They love hearing that. They're going to take great care of you, I promise you that. Then I sit down and talk to you. That's the first part of the process and figure out, kind of what's going on. And then after that, when they run their full blood panel, they find out exactly what medically is going on and how they can help you. And from there, it just changes your life. For me, it's done wonders. Anthony, yourself too. Anybody that goes in there, we talk to, they just love going into mentality. So, the product is great, but the customer service is fantastic as well. It's not an intimidating environment. It's like a warm, welcoming clubhouse of people that want to see you feel better all the time. And it's accepted by most insurance companies too. So don't be worried about that. But you got to get in there. You got to visit them and get this process going for yourself as well. And if you can't get there in person, at least visit them online at lowtusa.com. That's mentality at lowtusa.com.
missed anything from today's show, you can download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 ESPN mobile app. All brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. There it is. All right, time to bet the board here. We got to go quickly. Marsh, you have any updated standings?
Yeah, so I am 5-1. Carey is 3-3. Anthony, you are 3-3, and Jamie is 2-4 right now.
Yeah, not great.
That's all right. Bounce back coming. Bounce back coming. All right, Marsh, go for it.
I am looking at the Yankees-Miami Marlins game that is about to start up here soon. I'm going to go over 8 runs scored.
All right. CD.
I'm going to go the Golden State Warriors plus 3.5.
I'm going to go with the Rays minus 124 in Anaheim tonight against the Angels.
I'm going to go with the Toronto Maple Leafs over the Devils. For some reason, they're only minus 135 with Jack Hughes out for the Devils. This to me is a mistake.
There you go.
This line
made a mistake.
Well, the line's that's weak.
Weak sauce.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Marsh, what do you got for 3 stars?
All right, our third star of the day goes to the dead man, The Undertaker.
Yeah, way to go.
And our first and second star goes to a couple of legends, and we know that they never die.
Nope, that's right.
Paul Gorman and Mason Walker.
Yes. Nice job. Yeah.
Hopefully they play well today.
I hope so.
I wonder why people criticize us for our baseball talk.
Our talk is fine. Names aren't great.
Names aren't great. Yeah. Talk is fine. Yep. There you have it. All right.
Paul Gorman.
Oh, Paul Gorman. Yep.
Mason Walker.
There you have it. We've got the Last Minute Blues podcast airing from 6 to 7 tonight. So looking forward to that. Blues Blackhawks tomorrow with pregame starting at 6 o'clock. We'll break down the Cardinals game tonight against the Phillies, game 2. And probably talk a little Blues ahead of tomorrow night's game as well. For Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. We appreciate everybody tuned in throughout the course of the day today and checking us out on the Air Alliance Team YouTube channel. We, of course, call them the Snake Pit around here. They're fantastic. Card's going to get a win tonight, boys. I feel it.
I hope so.
I feel it in my pants. There's no doubt about it.
Do.
Yep.
All right.
See ya.